but it's also our last chance.
Hey, she should be the real Air Queen, okay? Because she's the real one, like my soldiers we raise.
Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My soldiers push forward. My soldiers scream out. My soldiers rage!
What is up, guys? It's Cheko here, and today we're back with another episode of Reverse 1999 1.8. Now, last episode got me kind of heated, but like literally, we're gonna see how they're gonna come out of this crazy situation. Make sure you like and subscribe for more Reverse 1999 content, and let's get into the episode. Okie dokie, let's get into this. No more time wasted, guys. Let's get in. Let's see what's up. Episode 7. Frame. What does the FR mean? I'm just curious. A paper metal. What?
The reserves of runium running dry, the appearance of new critters, the sudden snowstorm. I've connected the ley lines of each of these phenomena.
Oh, snap.
The map is nearly complete.
Oh, snap. Someone's research is going well. She unfolds the complex blueprint filled with various lines and marks.
But still haven't traced many lines and marks back to their source.
Dang.
Perhaps if I go back to the factories, into the restricted zones. But I can't do that alone.
Oh. But you have someone. You're not alone. You have Vila. Vila, go with her.
Definitely not when the situation in town is so unstable.
We have one person to blame. I'm kidding. Kind of. Like I said, he seems like a nice, cool, fun, swell guy. It's just like, why? Why? Like, I would think this is something you would have to discuss before you just do it, you know, like go out and sign papers, signing everyone's lives away. But you know, oh, I did not read that. My bad. Winsong collapses onto the table. An avalanche flows, covering her in layers of books and manuscripts. The piles around her loom like a mountain range, casting her in shadow.
Well, I should have given this up long ago. There's no chance that the study of ley lines will ever be accepted again.
Winsong! We made so much progress! Vila, where you at? Can you give your girl a pep talk? Vila, get in here. Phantom voices of past mockery and scorn rises it to her ears. It's trauma. Oh my gosh.
Regretfully, Miss Winsong, with nothing but these outdated files and materials to back you up, there's simply no way to justify reinstating the study of ley lines into our curriculum.
Well, that's why she's doing the work.
We don't have unlimited funds, and we must save our money for projects with greater potential. The study of ley lines is...
Is what?
Of course, we might be able to consider new ideas and projects. You can't be allowed to do this on your own. You will need endorsements from the Institution of Geographic Studies, the Arcane Creatures Society, or other such organizations.
I don't know how you could look at Winsong and tell her no!
Let me think. Zeno seems to be interested in geographers recently. They just recruited a number of researchers for a new commission. Maybe you should go try your luck with them.
No one wants to be in Zeno. The way that guy laughs and acts, how condescending he is, no one wants to be with them. An echo of a nursery rhyme rings out from beyond her self-made mountain range. Self-made. But she is still... Oh, she is all but oblivious to it.
The submission date is getting closer each day, but I've made poor progress. Zeno won't endorse me if I can't find a breakthrough.
Wait, she's working with Zeno right now? Okay. I didn't know. Winsong!
They have become more and more radical and desperate lately. First, they sent those researchers here to conduct their haphazard studies, and now an armed force?
I mean, yeah. They're acting crazy.
And all this effort just to chase the rumor of some source of perpetual energy?
Oh, so they're... Oh my, that's even worse, seeing as how they're coming here because they want something. Ah. Wait. I wasn't... Please tell me, last episode I was wrong, right? Like, they're not trying to do what I think they're trying to do. They're not doing all this to get the resource and then like kicking everyone out so that they can...
That this perpetual energy source must be hidden somewhere beneath the permafrost.
Okay, so what are they doing?
The higher-ups call the shots. All they need to do is spread a little honey in the right places. Then all the little researchers will swarm on it like flies.
What I'm thinking, it's giving that they're kicking them out for the sole purpose of finding this said resource. It's giving, that's what it's giving. I'm not, like that's what it's giving. Come on.
But could there really be a magical power
So they
source
haven't
like
given
that?
up, is what I'm hearing from Winsong. That they haven't given up looking for said resource. So why kick them out?
Whether there is or not, I still have a map to finish. There's no way that I can map every ley line in the region all by myself.
Dang, I wonder, how do you map these ley lines? Like, how do you find them? Like, how do you find them?
Goodbye research funds. Goodbye lectures and seminars, and so long to my dreams of being chair of the Geographical Perspectives Forum.
Don't give up on your dreams. Is that not what we're learning today? Believe in yourself. She jolts her the heap of what does that even say, guys? The heap of books, moving them just enough to let in some light and sound. They seep in through the cracks like the cracks like starlight. Frick, I was gonna say like straight.
Tuk tuk.
Oh.
Huh?
Abgate! The door snaps shut. Winsong stands against it nervously. Instruments roll off the table, colliding with each other on the windowsill, the corners, and under the bed, falling in a cacophonous disarray.
What was that?
The door is gently pushed open again, revealing the curious face of a sunflower peeking through the crack.
Miss Winsong, we've been waiting for you.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Ah! Oh, yeah! These kids are so precious. Look at Nina. Sorry, I skipped without reading. As far as metals go, the design is a little cruder than expected, and damp paper doesn't quite have the same gravitas as gold or silver. Still, Winsong has fantasized countless times about receiving such an accolade for her work, even a paper one.
Miss Winsong, we prepared a special medal ceremony for you in August. Please, come to our ceremony.
Oh.
We just wanted to thank you for teaching us. Miss Villa was right. We shouldn't have been so quick to argue. We should have listened.
So you should be given an award for being right.
Ooh.
But our ceremony will not be as big as the ones on TV.
It's okay. It's okay. It's the thought that counts. Indeed, this is a very special and exclusive reward. Simple as it is, it comes with something no one else could: the innocence and laughter of children.
Miss Winsong, will you accept this medal?
Duh. For the first time in a long while, the study of ley lines basked in the glow of scholarly acclaim. The paper medal is cupped in her trembling hands. Yay! Wow! Yippee!
I have no cup to put this medal in, so we can't toast with it in celebration.
It's okay. She sniffles.
But
no,
no matter
not to
what,
cry.
I won't be returning empty-handed. Thank you, kids.
Oh.
Do you mean... Are you leaving us?
I mean, not now, but like...
But there is so much you still need to teach us.
Join the school. You're hired.
Rayashki embraces every guest, including you, Miss Winsong. Don't you like it here?
They don't know that they're gonna get kicked out soon. Also, she's part of Xeno. Like, I don't think she can stay. Wait, she's part of Xeno? The children are on the verge of tears. She is pulled in helplessly too.
But those things I heard at the welcome ceremony. Won't we all be leaving soon?
No.
No. I don't believe it. That stranger was mean. He wasn't a friend.
He don't tell us what to do. Abigail said, that man don't tell us what to do. Who do you think he is? He ain't a friend. We regret singing to him. Also, he don't tell us nothing.
This is our town. They can't speak for us.
Exactly. Maybe you should tell that to someone blonde hair, blue eyes, 6'3", I think. You know, wearing an army-ish greenish uniform. Maybe you should tell that. Just saying.
That's right.
They ain't leaving without a fight. What's his name? Evgeny? Evgeny. They are not just gonna leave. They are not just gonna leave. I don't know what you thought that paper did. Your signature ain't doing it. They're not leaving. Neither doubt nor sorrow will dim their eyes. Before her lies a sea of steadfast faces. Their words encouraging and powerful despite their youth. They plant some strange seed of hope within her.
Miss Villa invited the men from Xeno to leave his ship. Then they went into Mr. Evgeny's meeting room together.
Yeah, and Evgeny just freaking spilled the beans, finally.
Uncle
Again,
Knut promised me that no one will give up this place.
I don't hate Evgeny, okay? Not at all. You guys see me when I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm just like, dude, please. Like, it's just a facepalm type of situation, you know? Where you're just like... you know? Like, it's just like a... Wow. Why? Why would you do that? But, you know, that's... It's the world we live in.
They will go to many meetings and find a solution that satisfies both sides.
Are you sure? Because in the meeting room, it don't seem like they were looking for a solution that satisfied both sides. I'm just saying, huh? That paper did not have a solution that satified both sides. And now that I'm hearing that they're still very much looking forward to finding something here, makes this even more suspicious. Like, and she knows. Winsong.
So,
she's confirmed it to us.
And teach us?
And she's just here trying to do her map, trying to do her research. And they're trying to kick everyone out. What the freak?
I won't cause you any more trouble. I promise.
Oh, you didn't even cause any trouble, Pyotr. Don't worry about it. The children burst into laughter. Their voices very nearly drowned out the rustling noises coming from the windowsill.
Comrade Calculator is speaking.
Calculator? Curiosity propels the children through the half-open door of the guest room. Oh no. Whose guest room is this? It can't be good. Oh. Oh, this is Winsong's calculator.
Hello.
Leyline calibrate calculator. I thought this was some new arcane person just going like that paper.
Comrade Calculator, are you giving the earthworms directions?
The clamor by the window crescendos. Even on tiptoes, the children barely reaches the faintly glowing calibrator. Isn't this Winsong's room? Is she not here? Go get your ley line thing. Winsong! Unfortunately, he's not the only one reaching for it. Oh! Oh! More unfortunate still, Scally claws prove mightier than the little fingers. Oh! The other children notice the tug of war and crowd around Winsong, squeezing into the increasingly cramped room.
What's going on here? My calibrator!
I'm like, girl, go get your stuff! I'm like, Winsong, go collect your items!
The whale-like backbone, the diamond-shaped teeth, 2 short legs with dim eyes and an extremely sharp nose. That must be a Kikituk.
Kikituk. Hideous.
But their closest habitat should be Konkarl's land, hundreds of kilometers away.
Uh-oh. What is happening here? Its snout fixates on the new treat in Winsong's grasp. She pulls out the scanner, its gears winding as ley lines flood forth.
Their marks on the map appear to be red, sort of reddish-brown, and there's a large amount of ley energy accumulated around them. Clearly they're high on the food chain.
Oh?
Seems like the small fish have attracted more than one big fish.
Oh. With a swift kick, she sends the grinding critter. It just got rocked, bro. Winsong say, get away! Kicked him across the room. Winsong, she's like, you might be high on the food chain, but you ain't that high. Know your place. Don't try and fight me.
Kids, get behind me.
She's like, I'll take care of this. Well, your friendship has to get higher, and you have to leave my wilderness. The undeterred Kikatus close in on the windows. On the narrow ledge. Frick. Okay, get out. What do you think, you're a cat?
Oh, the Kikatuks are giving a performance.
I'd guess, what are you yapping about?
Their
Just low key.
noses, their 4 dances, and their belly shakes.
He's so precious. I can't even be mad at him ever.
But why aren't their ears doing anything?
August, what are you doing there? Stay back. Those are not Kikin.
She said these are Kikatuks, not Kikins.
But...
No, Avgus, no. There are dangerous things in this world that you need to be protected from. The meaning of both their messages is lost in confusion.
But their ears are left behind. They can't join the dance.
Avgus! Oh my gosh.
They will not get their Alyonka.
What?
Ears?
What? She's like, huh? Winsong, struck by her sudden revelation, fixes on the Kikatu's head. Beneath its tufts of plush fur lie well-hidden ears of a deeper color. Huh?
Природа это числа и черты.
Ooh, she said Arcanum. Dang, Winsong pulling out that Arcanum. After a brief incantation, lines cover in a beam that hits precisely on its ear. The creature's cry pierces the air. Get out!
So that seems to be their weak spot. Good job, little one. You're even more perceptive than I thought.
I mean, he's smart. He's just talking code. Winsong pats Avgus' head. Avgus is really smart. He just really be talking in code for real. She receives a dark and dangerous smile. Oh. Excuse me? She reveals or receives? Reveals, sorry. I said receives. The Kikatuks finally relinquish their ill-gotten gains, leaping down and away from the windowsill, leaving behind gone wet fragments of the ley calibrator.
Blin! This was one of the last working instruments I had!
Frick. A sunflower gently pats against Winsong's shoulder. So for these people that have, so these are their tools, right? They're arcane tools, but they are born with like the powers. So the tools are made based on their power. Like I would say Marcus's little trunk thing that she brings with the lamp, and then Winsong's calibrator, you know, that kind of stuff. That's pretty dang cool. But how'd Marcus even get that trunk if she was never in the fountain? You know, I don't know. Maybe they buy them
Don't be sad,
off of eBay or
Miss
something.
Winsong.
Maybe they're like a used trunk with a lamp, or maybe on Amazon. I don't know.
If we plant them in the soil, many more will come out when spring comes.
Oh, that's how flowers work. But
Thank you, August.
like, she can't even be mad at him. Like he's
Miss
so
Winsong, can I
nice.
be a lay hunter too?
Oh.
If we were as good as you are, maybe we could have protected your machine.
Oh, guys, no. These kids are
And
so
maybe
nice.
we could protect our town.
I swear, Reverse is like the only game that makes NPCs actually like interesting characters. And I mean like the only gacha game for real. Because like think of, not to compare it, but literally think of Genshin Impact, maybe even a little Honkai Star Rail. Like, how interesting is their NPCs every patch? Like, I would say for Genshin, there's like a handful, but it's been 4 years. But for Reverse 1999, like, their NPCs like have so much life, and it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, you either really hate them or you really love them, you know? There's no in between. Well, there is, like, Evgeny and that guy that was protecting Jinangzi in 1.6. So it's like stuff like, you know? When Zong turns her head, meeting many pairs of expectant eyes.
Kids, lay hunting isn't a
I
good
turned the music
profession.
down, by the way, so...
If you become a lay hunter, you will
It's still
have to
kinda
deal
loud,
with doubt
but
from
it's
all your
okay.
peers. Even hatred
They don't
and
care.
homework that piles up to your roof.
Yeah, homework. Okay, they probably care about that.
Miss Winsong, people in Rayashki are taught not to doubt or hate others. They would
Tell 'em.
never hate you or us.
She's like, here they don't be doing that whack crap. They ain't moving like that.
Exactly.
The children of Rayashki are in some ways so strange to her. They're so hopeful and just nice, and I'm like, dang. What happened to the youth of the freaking next generation? Why aren't they all like these kids? Anyway, their encouraged and solidarity overcome her long-standing hesitation. Her curiosity at them, at all of this, becomes a palpable force, one pulling her even closer to Rayashki. You're always welcome. Okay, nothing really sad has happened yet. So, like, am I scared? Yes. Y'all said it was gonna be some really sad stuff. And I know it will be. Trust, I'm not saying you're lying. But I'm just saying y'all built up a fear in me. Which is what, not to mention, y'all do this every patch. Why y'all gotta pre-game the fear? Like, yeah, like, this thing will make you depressed, and it's really sad. And I'm like, well, let me come in with my tissues.
I'm happy that you let us show you around, Miss Winsong. We haven't had many other visitors here since the critters started coming near the town. I met a blind lady once. She always smiles, and she has a pretty typewriter. Villa said she's a writer. The
That sounds
writer
about
has
right.
been to many towns, and she fills up her papers with so much ink, just like I do. So, I made the drawing for her too.
Aww.
And she promised us that she will tell more people to come visit Rayashki.
Oh snap, get that tourism money.
Will people from other places like it here?
Yes. You guys are so kind and nice and welcoming. Y'all sing a song. Like, for people coming in. I think they'll like it here. Images bounce around in Avgis' mind, just out of grasp.
What about your other visitors?
I remember they had green and red rectangular paper and some shiny cookies in their hands.
I have no idea who this is.
They tried to trade us their silly paper so they could take our cans and things. They never wanted to work with their own hands.
Ooh.
And Rayashki doesn't like lazy bones.
Oh, I feel like Piotr is very political. Like, what is this? Political Piotr. On this, the children's heads bob in agreement. He could really become the next Evgeny. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he is like the next generation leader. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is the Hokage. I can see it. I can see Piotr becoming Hokage.
Miss Vinsong, Pitcher got all of us together last night, and we read for our How to Be a Good Tour Guide. So we can guide you.
Oh, snap.
Miss Wensong is just a bit strange. She's not lazy.
Okay, Piotr. How about we start using the word unique? Strange is it's not a fun word. Maybe unique, different, you know? Like, I don't know if strange. The child hides his face, but the blush on his cheek reaches up to his ears.
This time, I want borscht, blynchik, and
kids are so nice. Like, oh my gosh. Rayashki is such a nice place. Frick.
Let's not hurry on to our rewards, Avgus. We haven't helped Miss Vincent yet.
He's like, we can't think about the rewards. We have to do the work.
Right.
Lock in. Lock in, Avgis, lock in. Figures, large and small, pass defiantly through the once tightly sealed iron door, arriving at the only factory left, whose lock has not yet rusted over. Oh, there's people working.
Good to see our little factory, Miss Winsong.
I know you're not gonna like the news for sure. But, you know, we don't know. So, hi! Hey!
Hello, sir.
Girl, you can stay here
The kids have
anytime.
told me that you want to learn more about the history of Rayashki and the strange things that have happened in the past, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I do. But would that be going against any rules?
You know, have they ever even discussed any rules? What are their rules in Rayashki? Just don't be a bad person.
Most certainly not, miss. We're not some stubborn old goats that dismiss people for asking questions.
Slay. He strides forward.
In fact,
also, the fact that I now remember Evgeny, I tell you guys, I just need a while.
From Zeno.
I just need a while. I know their names. I just need a second. Okay, guys?
He came to the factory with his arm squad, took a quick look around, and left even without a polite farewell.
Yeah, they're trash.
Like a whiff of cold
Well, their
breeze,
personalities are trash. Their attitudes are trash.
These old, outdated machines and hundreds of workers, young and old, each one a mouth to be fed.
They don't give a crap. They want the resource freaking under Rayashki or something.
They are certainly not a pretty sight to the eyes of that greedy hyena.
He's like, y'all need stuff? Ugh. Go find it. Go get it for people who care. That was what they said.
A pathetic, number-crunching cretin.
Sounds about right. The whisper insult creeps up to her listeners' ears.
I am starting to like you, miss.
You say
we would have much to talk about. Perhaps over a drink. If only I didn't have to get on with my work.
He said, you're a good one. I like you. A curious look around goes beyond the hard laboring workers. Tightly sealed doors and a thick layer of dust on aging machinery paint a less than optimistic picture.
You can see what's
they got
going on
kids,
here, right?
They have families.
Don't feel sorry for us. Xena might no longer need this ore processing factory, but we can make use of what's left of it. Once we get rid of the critters, we can arrange for other minerals or materials to be shipped to Rayashki for processing.
He rubs his hands together, leaning against the shed of a rusted machine. So what they really need right now is to just get rid of their critter problem. That just seems to be the main issue. But why is no one trying to figure out where these critters are coming from and what's drawing them here? Everyone's trying to research and find the resources. I'm like, Zeno, you need to research and find why these critters are coming. Like, where are they coming from? You know?
It is a shame we wasted so
like,
much
it's like
of
they're
our good
focusing
years
on the wrong
never
stuff.
preparing for these bad times.
Just because they're greedy.
If those strange little monsters weren't there, we might be able to return to our minds.
Exactly.
Then we'd really be able to turn things around.
Zeno got researchers, so why the heck ain't they researching?
About these mining sites.
Her notebook flutters rapidly, its pages turning as fast as a rolling flame.
Mr. Canute, have you ever found anything there, other than runium ore?
What's drawing them to the mines? That's a good question. That is a very good question.
Never. I know those sites like the back of my own hand. I've never seen any other minerals of any worth there.
The rugged man seems to catch her disappointment, and far quicker than she'd expect.
But give it some time, miss. Well, give me some time. Just a few months ago, back when Xena were still keen to work with us and not just ship us away, I remember they found some strange little pebbles.
Strange little pebbles. Sounds suspicious.
Dark pebbles that were stuck in the clothes of those little monsters.
Oh, that's good. That's some good information, Canoe. Oh my gosh, I knew I could rely on you. Stuck in the claws, huh? Dark little pebbles, huh? Zeno was interested in them, huh?
Zeno soon sent out some troops and caught all the monsters. They didn't leave a single one behind.
Yup, that sounds very much not normal.
We never heard about those pebbles again, nor have we found more of them in the mines. And you know the rest. Now we've exhausted the runium, and more strange-looking critters have appeared. So it's not safe to go back there. We left them completely deserted.
We might have to go mining.
Please, take a look at this,
Oh.
Mr. Canute.
Oh, we're looking at something. Miss on sketches frequently as Canute lumbers toward her with a curious eye.
No, their claws were thicker than a polar bear's.
Thicker than a polar bear's.
But these are closer.
Oh.
These monsters had much larger teeth. They almost look like old mining picks.
Oh, these are the mutants.
And
They're
no
mutated.
ears.
Could they be some kind of hoituk?
Yes, this one looked just like the creatures.
Oh.
If that's true, then it may be another big fish that has come here to feed.
What are these little fishes that they're going after? Like, the big fishes are all coming here, but we need to find out what they're all being so attracted to.
It is true. You can ask around. Many of the other workers have seen it.
So what is it that they want? What do they mostly eat?
So,
I'm confused.
The color of a hoituk is bright yellow, and that matches with these bright yellow lines I've traced here on the map. They are burrowing animals, often living as deep as 50 meters underground. So if they were here, that must mean...
What? What? What does it mean?
That there must be some undiscovered resource here.
Uh-oh. They're coming here for something, and we don't know what it is, because we don't know what it is. The corners of her mouth curl as she mutters the words.
Talk of undiscovered resources would be music to our ears, miss.
Boy, dude, you don't understand. What else are these creatures coming here from? They're all flocking in like it's freaking the 4 seasons on a freaking in the summer and on vacation time. I don't know. I don't know. Like, how do people flock in to freaking like Florida during summer season? Was that a good one? Was that better?
I don't want to get your hopes up. It's still too early to draw any conclusions.
But that is hope, and that is a possibility.
Yet the corner of your mouth is suggesting the opposite.
Good. I mean, she just wants to give you the heads up, you know. That's just a disclaimer.
I must be cautious before confirming there really is a new resource. Nonetheless, it's a silver lining.
Plus, she knows.
Thank you, Mr. Knut.
She knows. She also has the insider information that a certain organization or two is looking for a new resource that is supposedly hidden in Rayashki. So, honestly, this one thing helps prove her theory even further with the information she already has. So that's probably why she's super happy about it. Because she got some NDA knowledge.
Think nothing of it, miss. Maybe one day you and your research will return the favor.
Like, now it's another thing that, like, kind of proves that there is another resource under Rayashki for her.
I will.
But, like,
if I can.
That's for her to know and for you to find out, guys. She reaches out a hand and he shakes it heartily with a warm strength.
I hope your work here can be resumed shortly.
Yeah, she's like, it will be. Trust.
Don't worry about us. We will find a way to drive those critters away
Canute
and
is
start
so
production
cool.
once again.
Bro,
we have
everyone
all our
in this
brothers
town
and
is so
sisters
cool.
with us, and these machines still run perfectly.
Nice.
As long as we continue to put in our best effort, there's no reason why things won't get better.
He pats the trembling, coughing machines with affection, like embracing an old friend. And then we'll get you some new machines, okay?
Is this exceptionally positive spirit common with the people here?
Exactly. What the heck? Not a negative bone in anyone's body. Well, maybe in Piotr's, but he's working on it. He's probably the only one with a negative bone in his body. Oh, and Evgeny. Evgeny also has a negative bone in his body. Okay? And he gives up too quick.
Well, can't blame us for that.
That's what I'm saying.
There are very few places in the world like
They would
Rayashki.
have answers if they literally actually cared about keeping the people safe. Like, instead of trying to find this new resource to keep the people safe, they're trying to find a new resource to make more money.
Here,
and that's why they don't really
owns
actually
their food
put
and their
effort
rest
into
through working hard together.
making sure these people are able to
Then
feed their
outside of
freaking
work,
kids.
Ice hockey, learning courses,
They knew something
even
was
music
up,
lessons.
but they kept it to themselves.
Not everyone is as lucky as us.
Zeno really wilding out here.
That is why we won't let Rayashki die.
Nuh-uh. Canute's voice rises as if singing.
With busy hands and open hearts, Rayashki will live on. It will grow stronger, glowing as brightly as these furnaces.
Something brilliant indeed burns within those furnaces. A product greater than any ore or slag, emerging from the meddling of purpose and sweat. The pen that stops stirs once again. But this time, she seems to be sketching out something far harder to picture.
I have to say, Rayashki is truly a curious place.
What's crazy is the kids think she's strange, but she thinks they're strange because they're just so different. It's insane. Winsong mutters to herself, which again, they're so different, like in a way to where like they think each other is strange, but like they're still like, you know, like this, you know what I mean? Because they're using their differences, I guess, in a way to help each other. Like she knows all this stuff about freaking research, and she's really smart, right? And they are all super like optimistic, hopeful, which is something that Winsong struggles with. Because she's been hit with so many times, oh, this isn't a good idea. Oh, we don't have the money for this, and like there's not enough research to back it up. But everyone in the town is being like, oh yeah, no, we believe in you, Winsong. We believe in your research. We believe that everything like is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. And it's like the things that they're both good at is helping, like is using it to help each other, and then at the same time push each other to come towards this singular goal, which is Rayashki, but also her research. So like this is a win-win relationship, may I add. This is what a real win-win looks like. That was my spiel. I'm gonna save the rest of it for the video essay, but I'm just keeping this note in there for when I do it. But you know, yeah.
It has a spirit which I've never found elsewhere. Yes. Perhaps that's what was missing from the study of ley lines in the past.
Gurgle, who's hungry? An odd sound interrupts her contemplation. The sunflower pats against the boy's belly. Yeah, I guess.
Miss Winsong, would you like to meet Mr. Patrick?
Wait, the sunflower pats against the... What? I didn't even know he was here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The friendly bear nods with an understanding smile.
It's time to go to the canteen, boys and girls. Eat well, and you'll grow strong. Patrick knows how to feed you well. He's the best cook in town.
Ooh, he's gonna chef it up. Okay.
But I would suggest you be careful with that one. If you don't want to get stuck with his endless chatter all night.
Is that a bad thing?
I have never been to the canteen. I stayed out of that area in my previous visits to avoid unwanted trouble.
Forward to Comrade Blinche.
That's correct, stretchy, miss. I look forward to hearing good news from you.
Canute waves them off before sitting back into his world of metal. The kerning and wheezing of machinery replace where... Dang. Oh my gosh. He's so cool. That's me, every character. The anti, except for a certain Xeno, someone named... What's his name? Freaking Bertold. Alright. The canteen buzzes with the dying of workers. The children weave through the busy hall, leading Winsong by the hand.
This is our canteen.
Ooh.
We play hide and seek here when we're hungry. Comrade stew and potato piroshki are always the easiest to find. They're not very clever at hiding. But Comrade Blinchik is very good at the game. He can only be found at dinners on Friday.
Oh my gosh. She's like, we're open every Friday. Essentially, it's like I said, he speaks another language, but...
We have good food, like mashed potatoes and boiled potatoes and potato stew.
Potatoes are good, so like, I ain't even gonna hate. Just because potatoes are in everything, potatoes delicious.
Mr. Patrick said, a good cook can turn even simple ingredients into delicious food.
Potatoes are already delicious, so let's munch. Nina casts a glance around her before she speaks softly.
The grown-ups are so kind to us. Sometimes they give us their cheese and salad, so they only have potatoes to eat.
Don't cry, Nina. Remember when you shared your linka with everyone?
I'm not gonna lie. Persorno? Is he like soft? Is he quiet? Is he like a quiet guy? He doesn't even talk nearly as much as Nina and Piotr. Like, dang. I could sometimes forget Persona's even freaking here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's here, but like I forget, cause like he's so quiet.
When we grow up, it'll be our turn to help the grown-ups with our potatoes.
So remember what I said about that webtoon? I'm starting to think Piotr is the main male lead, you know? And Persona is like the secondary male lead, okay? When it comes to Nina being the female lead, you know, the main. Anyway, there's an awareness in them. A gravity. Few children possess authority. I don't see how Piotr doesn't have any friends, bro. He seems like such a nice kid. But that's because I've heard him talk more than the other kids, so. Thankfully, some do retain their blissful innocence.
We also have the tin hats.
Dang, where's Persona?
When they give us metal hats with food in them.
This one specific song is really loud, let me just say.
August, it's called a workers' festival.
So I don't want to turn the music down too far because it's gonna make all the other songs too quiet. But is it just me, or does this song feel louder than all the other ones?
We have it every month. Everyone must sit in a circle in the canteen and sing songs. And Miss Villa plays the accordion for us.
She knows how to play that accordion.
We each get a can of food in it. Sometimes it's shonka, sometimes it's salad, sometimes sprouts.
I just hate that they all sang and a piece of paper floated
after
out.
After the Tin Hats Festival, we would bury our tin hats in the ground. Yellow ones, red ones, and white ones. Then tiny trees will come out from them next year.
I have told you many times, they are not tin seeds, and they don't grow into trees. They are just tin cans. We only bury them so they won't pollute the snow.
Piotr, I feel like Piotr just doesn't understand that Abgus speaks a different language. Like, I feel like he makes sense, but like the way he says it is like, whoa, what an analogy. What an analogy, Abgus. The subject of their debate flips a hidden switch in Winsong's mind. The revelation flicks into light.
Piles of tin cans. Food.
Ooh? She unfolds the lay energy map, pointing to the last blurred area of interwoven lines and traces. Right there.
Those empty cans you mentioned, did you store them here?
Oh, I know this place.
Oh, you're here.
That's where the adults dug a big hole. They put some things inside. It's covered up with rocks and ice now.
Yes, Basono is right. That's where the grown-ups put all our old metal after they make them into little cubes. Miss Vila said it helps keep our town and the whole region clean. Why? What's wrong with that place?
I'm thrilled. There must be lots of big fish left to be found around there. If I can write a report and provide a practical plan, maybe I can get I could request reinforcements.
Wait, is she hiding the... I mean, yeah, I think it's obvious she's hiding the fact that she's in Xeno. But, like, she's here for her own research for real. So, you know what? I don't even associate you with them. They never believed in you. Join Rayashki. She helped swallowing back the unfriendly name.
Yay! School trip! School trip!
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's gonna be dangerous. I don't...
This is no trip, children. I'm not going there for a hike. You must stay in town and be good. That goes for every one of you. Understood?
She said, or you don't get a star. Or a cookie. Her resolution fails before she even finishes. The children's protests rise in disordered chorus, drowning out all the other surrounding sounds. Maybe Abgus can come, because he has an arcanist ability, but like, he's an arcanist, but that's it. The rest of you kids can't come. None of y'all got arcanist skills. Abgus could like build flowers, or plant flowers or something. I don't know what his arcanist ability does. Only to be matched with the static fizz of an announcement. What is he even doing here? The frick? Like, go back to the freaking hole you crawled out of. The boat. Winston clutches at the thin straw of salvation.
Shh. Quiet, kids.
She really took Vila's job for real. I love that, but I think things are gonna get a lot worse right now. This was all too good to be true, may I add. He's gonna drop a bomb on these people. No, they are not gonna like to hear. So yeah. Also, she's really taking this whole teacher role very seriously. She said, "Shh, quiet. 1, 2, 3. Y'all better stop talking at this when I hit 3, guys. Or no, I'm gonna count down. Whatever. Right.
Attention, please. Tomorrow at 8 in the morning, we will be holding our final hearing.
Suck my toes, Bertold! I don't know who said that. Who said that?
In this meeting, we hope to finalize our next steps and answer any remaining questions. We look forward to seeing you there.
Well, they probably need, like, a thing to ask questions about. Like, you ain't even tell them nothing. You think Evangene told them? Evgeny, sorry, not Evangene. Evgeny hasn't told them yet. So, I don't know if they're going to come with questions. Their first question is probably going to be, next steps. That's news to me. Well, other than, like, them leaving, I guess. I forgot. That is something they're aware of, that they're going to have to leave. But we all know it's because of some freaking resource. Frick. Normal me would stop here. But I'm going to keep going up until the 10th one for this episode. So my one will be pretty long. Heavier than knowledge. Oh no, that does not sound fun. Heavy things are not fun unless it's money bags, you know. So, Bertold leans back in his armchair, casting a fleeting glance forward before his head falls.
What's this? Are you planning on getting a job with Zeno too?
Huh?
It says here you've been staying in this town for months, but it seems you're not on our list for potential recruitment from Rayashki.
Yeah, she's not from Rayashki, dummy. The smile on his face remains as affable, scary as ever.
I should remind you, for you researchers, what you produce tells much more about you than your efforts.
Yeah, shut up.
That's precisely why I'm here.
Yes. I'll be like, let me remind you, that is why I'm here, by the way. She wants results. But it's people like you that make her feel freaking crappy. Freaking being like, well, you know, if you don't have any answers, you're practically useless, and this whole thing is useless. You're the reason why she freaking feels so bad. It's people like you that are like, your efforts are the only thing that actually... No, your results are the only thing that actually matters, not your freaking efforts, not how hard you try. And if you don't produce any results, everything you're doing is practically useless. Like, frick, he finally designs to raise his head up.
Based on the recent investigations, I'm confident that there is a new energy source in the area that has yet to be discovered.
Have you found it? Watch his goofy self ask that.
And that's it? We already believed there was something here when we sent you out in the first place.
Well, you haven't found it yet. Girl, don't tell them nothing. Do not tell them anything. They don't deserve to know first. She's even able to pinpoint where it is now, which is also kind of cool.
You were sent here to find it. Instead, all you do is confirm what we already knew.
New is crazy because y'all couldn't freaking find it. I mean, what they already knew. But it's just so bad. I know they're trying to kick these people out, not for their own good. Because nothing Zeno has ever done was for these people's own good. They're trying to kick them out so that they can freaking they can uproot the whole town or something. I don't know.
But you said that perpetual energy was just a myth.
Oh.
Didn't you?
She said, that's not what I heard. You didn't know. You guys speculated, but you thought it was a freaking lie. So don't even talk like you knew. You did not know.
Of course it wasn't just a myth, lady.
Oh, no, the
Why else did we ask you to
gaslighting?
investigate here in
This
the first
guy
place?
is a gaslighter. This guy is a serial gaslighter. That is what I'm starting to realize. My goodness, this is the second instance of gaslighting. He's like, of course it wasn't just a myth, lady. You said that though. You said it was just a myth. So now it's not a myth because you want to freaking be right. He's a serial gaslighter. Oh my gosh. Winsong gives a frown that slips quite unintentionally into a scowl. She's getting annoyed. Bro, she's gonna crash out.
Do you have anything else to report?
No, other than you're stupid and that hat does not look good on you.
No, but I do need your help. I will need an armed squad to come with me to the mining sites so that I can continue my investigations into this subject.
She's gonna be like, no, I don't want to send people in there. Even though he wants her to get results.
I'm afraid I don't know how long it will take. It also depends on the number of soldiers you can spare for the task.
He's not gonna freaking do it. He freaking is not gonna do it. Finish your sentence.
You have a terrible sense of humor.
Uh-huh. Thinking that you would ever do anything to help anyone other than yourself was a freaking joke. You're so right.
I'm not being funny.
And you know
want
it!
more research on the new resource too, don't you?
Miss Vincent,
You don't care for real.
do you really think this is even a remotely reasonable request?
Kinda. Cause new resource equals new money. This is what I like to call an investment. Hello?
Critters are running rampant in the area, and you demand help to verify what is, as far as I can see, a highly questionable conclusion. Why should I waste Xeno's time and resources on this?
You are confusing the heck out of me. Questionable conclusion? But you just said you already knew there was a resource here. So do you think there's a resource here or not? Because now I don't think you actually think there's something here. And when she finds it, you better get you and your freaking green little fingers away from it. Frick.
Not to mention, putting the lives of our soldiers at risk.
Bro, like you care. You don't actually care about the lives, of your soldiers. Because you don't care about lives. You don't care at all. You're willing to send people into the mine.
Look at these files.
How much you want to bet that if she found a resource in there, then the risk is freaking... Then he'll send people into the mines. That's when he'll send people. He don't care about their lives. If the lives was the reason, then send him now. Watch. She finds something, he's gonna send them in. The people of Rayashki are gonna be like, oh, heck nah. Y'all get out. Non-guest. The researcher dives her hands into her bag, but is met with a wave of dismissal.
And let me guess. You learned all this from your study of ley lines?
What did you learn? Nothing. You're not learning anything. He don't even believe in ley lines, so he's like, bleh. But it's also her arcane ability. She's an arcanist. Don't you believe in her? Okay, she can get it done. Maybe you couldn't do it. Maybe you couldn't do it, but she can. Okay?
To date, the theory of ley lines has neither been approved by the Arcane Study Review Association, nor accepted
Oh my
by the
gosh,
Project
she's reminding
Assessment of
us
Human
why
Science
she's
and
so
Technology.
freaking
It has zero academic achievements,
unconfident.
zero endorsements, and aside from the questionable example in front of me, zero researchers.
A questionable example? Don't get slapped. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't get slapped, Bertold. Don't get slapped.
That's all only a temporary setback.
If I was Winsong, I'd have been like, don't get slapped. Don't do it. It seems to me like you're trying to pick a fight. So...
Ms. Vinsong, I sympathize with the awkward situation I have put you in. However, Zeno simply cannot afford to waste resources on a proposal without any solid evidence.
This is literally just putting salt on the wound he already opened. He just cut her a bunch of times with words, and now he's putting salt on it. Like, I ain't helping you. You know, your research sucks. You're not a researcher. Ley lines are freaking stupid, and the theory that you came up with and confirmed that we said wasn't confirmed? Well, I never said that. Like, bro...
I will give you something. All I need is a bit of help up front. I promise.
Girl, I believe 2 Arcanists can freaking outshine this whole army. And maybe Avgus. He's like half. But only he's half because he's a child, not because he's actually half. The look in his eyes is glazed. Bored, but Winsong is glazed. Bored, but Winsong does not falter. He's bored? If that was Winsong, I would have been like, okay, well... Does anyone else want to help?
Did you not come here to deal with these critters? Then what's the fuss about?
Exactly.
Can't you deal with them while accompanying me to these mining sites as well?
Oh my gosh, how many reasons did he doesn't care about these people? I want to hear it. I feel like we're gonna hear the truth real soon. Berto's eyes widen, now unglazed, as he rises. Uh-oh. He paces silently, drifting at first, then proceeding to the windowsill. Yeah! To be fair, they're in the mines, and if you want to deal with the critters, you gotta go to where they're going. Like, I'm telling you, these people are doing zero research, and we'll just keep dealing with the critters. They're just gonna keep swarming here until you go in and see what they're coming for. That's exactly what she's doing. So not only is she looking for a new resource, she's actually trying to find the cause of the critters, unlike you guys, okay?
I'm afraid you've got our intentions altogether wrong.
Yeah, I know. No one actually thought you were actually here to help anyone. Freaking, let's hear it. Let's freaking hear what we already knew. This we already knew. Say it. Close tightly, sealing the last whispers of the wind. So no one can hear. Okay, keep talking. You didn't do that to get rid of the wind. Let's hear it.
Zeno is here for one thing only.
A
source of perpetual energy.
Oh my gosh! This guy never actually cared about the people that lived here. Oh my gosh, Zeno actually never cared. Whoa, what a revelation. What a surprise. It's not like I've been saying this the whole time. Aw, man. So let me guess. If I hear the second part of my theory was correct, that they are moving these people out just so they can have an easier time searching, I'm gonna crash out.
This is what you have been tasked to find, viz the resources you were given. We won't approve any further requests until you have a solid lead. We aren't paying you for a charity mission.
Oh. He said, we don't actually care about these people. That's why we moving them out. Evgeny, bro, I promise you, if he heard this, he would not have signed that paper. If he heard this, he would not have signed the paper. And you want to know something else? If freaking Evgeny just thought about it from like a different standpoint, he would realize that the people he is signing these people up for don't care about them. Like, how does everyone else realize that? Like, that everyone else doesn't want them around, doesn't want them here, doesn't want their help, because like it's best for you guys. They don't care about you guys though. And if he knew this, I know he wouldn't have signed that paper. He would have never even picked up the phone. He would have never even looked for the reviews. Like, girl, I don't know how you didn't know that they're just money hungry, greedy freaking corporation. I don't know how you didn't realize that.
So then you never planned on controlling the critters here. The squad you brought here was to control the town?
I'm so sorry, but of course they never came here to fight the critters. Of course! Nothing they were doing made, like, visibly, I didn't know they were here to control the town, but I sure as heck didn't think they were here to control the critters. Because nothing they were doing said, I want to help get rid of your critter problem. Not a single thing. Not a single thing said, I want to help you get rid of your critter problem. It's more like, we only care about money and we just want to find this resource, and that's literally it. If they didn't believe in ley lines, why would they send Winsong? It's because they know she could do it. They just don't want to admit it. Don't lie to us, Bertold. If you didn't think she could do it, they wouldn't have sent her. But she could do it. And she's gonna
do it. A force
do
sufficient to deal with the critters would have attracted unwanted attention from our rivals. It is not in our interests to share this town or its resources. I'm sure you can see that.
I was right. I read y'all like a book. You know what? Here. Yeah, no, I knew it. Y'all just moving them out so you guys can keep looking for the resource and keep it all for yourselves. I called it from the beginning. I knew it the second you opened your mouth. Nothing added up. I'm actually really proud of myself. I figured it out. Frick. I could tell.
So even if we do find the resource for you, you won't leave this town or its people alone.
No! In the best case scenario, they leave. Which is why he's so giddy. Evgeny signed that freaking paper. And I'm telling you, if he knew all this, he wouldn't have signed it. But I'm just saying, you might have needed to do a little more, you know, research into what they're actually doing. You know? Because if I were him, I would have been like, why the heck have they never tried to actually look for the cause? They just closed off the mines. They haven't even really been going in there for real. They're just fighting the critters and like keeping them at bay. Like, we're gonna keep having critters if like no one does anything. So like, it's just, oh my gosh. Evgeny, maybe you're not cut out to be leader. I mean, you have the like voice and the like strength, but maybe you need like, you know how like in Naruto has Shikamaru? Maybe you need a Shikamaru. Because I'm starting to think maybe decisions shouldn't be made by you alone. Can we still fire him? Just like temporary leave. He's suspended. So that paper is void. That signature doesn't work anymore. We knew
We're talking about the ultimate energy source of Arcanum. Do you think we will just walk away and leave it to be squandered by a bunch of ignorant peasants?
Ignorance crazy. Ignorance a crazy word when you guys are the actual ignorant ones, because y'all don't actually know nothing. Y'all the one with the researchers, but y'all still haven't found a single thing. So who's actually ignorant?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Dang, you heard the way she said that too? You should be ashamed of yourself. Disgusting. Disgusting man. Disgusting corp. Bertord's smile fades like a bad aftertaste.
What we are going to do with Rayashki should be of no concern to you. We have made every arrangement for them.
What, to work for you? Shut the frick up. So you like they never cared about these people. I don't know how Evgeny did not see it. I don't know how he just never saw it. Like, I don't know how the thought of just everything added up never crossed his mind. That even that contract that he signed was predatory. Like, I don't know how. Like, even Vila read that crap and she saw it. Like, off the first reading. What do you mean this is good for them?
We aren't monsters.
Yes, you are.
Before the final decision is made, we will continue to help the locals as much as we can.
The locals you just called ignorant miners and freaking peasants? Is that what you freaking called them? Ignorant peasants and miners, but you're sick. So you, instead of helping them, like, help them get this resource, you're trying to steal it from them. Like, obviously you are monsters. You not realize what you're doing in the context?
Including you.
You're gonna help her or what? She's not necessarily even really helping them. She's trying to help herself, but at the same time, it was helping you. If I were her, I wouldn't tell them nothing. I'd keep all the information to these freaking locals. These peasant, ignorant miners. Well, they don't know because you never told them. Instead, you're trying to hoard the information. And you sitting up there calling them ignorant peasants. They're poor because you're not doing anything. They're poor because they can't go into the mines. But they have a resource so worth your while. Call them peasants. Just wait till they get it. Who's gonna be the peasant then? I'm so mad. Before the wild-eyed researcher can voice her dissent, Bertold steers the conversation with a well-practiced ease. That's what we like to call manipulation, right there. Well-practiced ease? That's another way to say manipulation. Wordlessly, he draws out an attractive-looking document and slides it across the table toward her. Let me read this bull.
You seem surprised. Isn't it what you have always wanted?
Ah, like I said, master manipulator, gaslighter. What is he not? Like, frig, I don't know how Evgeny fell for all this. My goodness gracious.
With Zeno's endorsement, you will be able to teach your program in any university.
Yeah, he brought it out. You want to know why he brought it out? This is manipulation 101, right? He saw she was upset, and he knows. I'm telling you now, they need her to find the resource. I'm telling you, they know she could do it, right? So they can't have her feeling distrust, you know, feeling that they're bad people, you know. So they're gonna wave this little paper around being like, oh, here's the endorsement you always wanted, Winsong. Here's the endorsement. So you're gonna keep working for us, right? You're gonna help us find that resource, right? Because we're giving you something that you've always wanted. You know, the thing that we denied time and time again and called your ley lines stupid and your research dumb and useless. Yeah. If you do this one thing that we really want, we'll give you exactly what you want. Even though we didn't really believe in you the whole time. But low-key we did, because that's why we sent you here. And that's why we can't have you losing faith in us. My goodness, this guy did the same thing. He did the same thing to Mila too. He was like, oh, well, if you convince the people to be okay with it, we'll put in a good word for you for the application. Shut up, Bertold. You're not getting past nobody. Winsong, you don't need this stupid letter because Zeno sucks.
We have prepared this gesture of our good faith in you.
You have good faith in her, but you're not gonna send her, like, you're not gonna let her borrow some soldiers to go into the mines. You have good faith in her, but you don't want to help her. That's the part I don't get. You're not doing this to help her. You're doing this to get her to help you.
Now, it's your turn to show yours.
Turn?
Forget about an armed squad. They have more important things to do.
Turn is crazy. You haven't even given her the letter yet. You're just flashing it in her face. Like, what if she chooses not to do it? She don't owe y'all nothing. Y'all hired her. It's not the other way around.
But prove to us that you can do this job and bring us the best answer you can give.
So there's no way they endorsed her before she did the thing, right? She doesn't get this unless she... He's saying it like she got it. Oh my gosh, the pale letterhead stings Winsong's fingertips.
And this piece of paper will be yours when you complete your mission.
So you saw the way he phrased it. Reverse 1999. I see what you're doing here. I see the writing. He phrased it as if she already got the thing. Like they already did what she wanted, right? They already did it for her. Oh, we're good. We have good faith in you. You don't. You have like... They do. Okay, guys, don't get confused. They do believe she can do it. That's why they don't want her to leave them. But... they don't care to call it useless, worthless, you know, waste of time, a waste of money. I'm like, the actions they're doing is contradictory. Because how, right, are you gonna say we have faith in you, but then you don't want to help her do the thing that you have faith that she'll do? You know, you want her to do it on her own, and then to say we did this for you when you haven't done it yet is very weird. And you hear the way he's phrasing stuff. He really trying to get her. This guy's really a master manipulator. Oh my gosh.
I understand.
Winsong, he ain't even do nothing for you yet. That paper isn't even yours. If he put it in her hands, that'd be one thing. That guy just folded it up and put it right back in his pocket and said, okay, well, when you do it, it's yours. But you made it sound like it was already hers.
See
like,
that you do. Good luck out there, Miss Winsong.
Oh my gosh, shut up. No one likes you. Like, do you think ain't nobody clocking him on what the frick he's doing? Don't do it, Winsong. Don't freaking do it. He did the same thing to Vila. Y'all should have a girls' night conversation. Being like, he did the same thing to me. This man's trash. Deep footprints. Now half buried in fresh snow, trace the path of the researcher's determined march behind her. He really thought we don't realize this. He thought, who does he have fooled? I mean, like, obviously, Evgeny, but, like, who else? Ain't no one else fooled by your little games. No one thinks this is best for Rayashki. Okay, I don't know why Evgeny was so willing to quit. They don't actually care about your people, you know. They don't care about y'all. Her courage, passion, and body temperature rapidly cooling against the blizzard.
Was I out of my mind?
I would not tell them a single thing. I would be telling the people of Rayashki. If I go in there by myself, y'all ain't hearing a single thing from me. Because y'all clearly don't want to know. Frick.
He was just trying to get me out of his office. He threw a carrot out of the window and I chased right after it like a blinded mule.
I mean, he wasn't going to give you the people to help with Song. He don't actually freaking care. He just like, go do it. If what you're doing is going to inconvenience me, I'm not going to approve that. You want to take my soldiers to help find the resource that we really want? No, you go in there by yourself. Stupid. He doesn't realize how dangerous that is, huh?
Still.
He said she'll manage. Oh my gosh. I'm so mad. Her hand lingers on the paper, nestled within her pocket.
Maybe this carrot is too good to let go.
No, Winsong. You really want anything from them? If this is how they operate, then who freaking wants it? With a sigh of resignation, she reaches deeper.
Focus. Once I fill the gaps in my data, I will be able to pitch it to Zeno, and all subsequent research won't be a problem anymore.
I would not tell them anything. They can fire her, but here's the thing. If she figures it out, she's too good to fire. If she figures out something that they've never been able to figure out, she's too good to fire. So they won't fire you. You know? I think you'll be okay. And then they also can't say your ley line thing is a lie. So either way, like, I would just tell Rayashki, like, what are they gonna do? Fire her? She figured out your little puzzle that y'all never were able to figure out. She's too valuable. Not just that, but her arcane skill is what allows her to do these things. And not everyone has that if not anyone else has her skill.
The primary food sources for Hoytuk are raw minerals underground. Those processed metals only keep them from starving to death. They wouldn't have gone across any icy ocean just to gnaw on old equipment and trash. All I need to do is find a trace of their activities so that I can learn about their current conditions, and from there, locate their other food sources.
Yeah, you don't need freaking Zeno. Zeno needs you. That's what it's given.
Stay calm. Hoytuk are gentle creatures. They rarely attack humans. I just need to be cautious.
Oh man, and now she's gonna go in there alone. Dude couldn't spare not one single person to accompany her. He don't care about her. He doesn't care about anyone. He just cares about money. Her internal struggles will have to wait as more practical problems loom larger. The people and the blizzard. The blizzard has almost covered everything, leaving a few cans to poke out, rattling along the wind.
Ah, sumasайте. Ух ты. All right, change of direction. If I were to look down instead of looking forward, maybe I should scan the area and follow where the ley energy is leading.
I ain't signed
no NDA. Just like I did at Silbury Hill.
I ain't signed no NDA. I would leak. I've been like, they don't care about y'all. I heard from them.
Of course,
I talked to him.
The outcome will be different this time.
And she surveys the expanse of boundless snow.
Before all that, I need to clear out this place. Природа — это числа и черты.
That is so pretty.
Природа — это мозаика цветов.
Just with the whip of her wrist. All the snow is gone. The soiled current and insularly, oh my gosh, non-resident spreads beyond it. One to which she was completely what? Oh, this wasn't. Clearly, these creatures harbor some discontent at the scars on their land.
Shoot. Now I've done it.
She's like, guys, I could not move in this snow.
Those vestigial digging teeth. The 3 fingers long tearing teeth. These are not Hoytuk.
Huh? Are these different creatures? She said, wait a second. These aren't Hoytuk. They bare their teeth and claws in a rhythmic way, like a preemptive pre-feeding ritual.
These scaled wings must be for swimming. What? Then you must be mutant Kikituk from the Olga area.
They just have mutant. They just have everything everywhere. Oh my gosh. How do people not know about these different creatures? You should be at the Olga Strait hunting for migrating salmon and whales, not here. Yeah, their patterns are. And it's one thing that's bringing all these things here. The Kikitus can no longer contain themselves and pounce towards Windsong. Well, don't worry. We'll take them out for you, Queen. I need to keep using Vila to also, like, level up her friendship, too. Misa sits slumped on the ground, grasping for air. She is tired. Their fury has not yet abated. The creatures hold their ground. She's like, time out. Time out. I just need 1 second. I wonder what the boss fight's gonna be. You think it's gonna be a giant mutant Kikatu or...
Why would you come here?
From another region?
What inspired you to trek across the ocean just to hunt for humans?
They ain't here for humans. They said there is something really delicious under in those mines, and we want it all for ourselves. You think these animals will be fighting other, like, animals, like each other, you know? Because they don't want to share? Like, you think at least one of them is territorial. Right. Her aggressors show no signs of understanding. They inch closer, drool drooping from their mouths.
It seems while their claws and teeth have degraded, their reflex is much quicker than a Hoytuk's. They perceived my approach even though I used my ley line reader as a dampener.
Ooh, oh. A rumble, distant then near, drowns out her sigh. Ooh. A gunshot hammers out nearby, the shot landing on one of the snarling Kikatuk. The bolt is drawn back. The familiar sound sends another scurrying away. Who is it? Who locked in? Who's standing on business?
Get out!
Oh! Not the person I was thinking of. I'm not gonna lie, but thanks.
Get out of here! I'll cover you!
More gunfire thunders over and over until the last Kikatu abandons their position. Hey! You're not who I was expecting. I low-key had no idea what you were doing, but I didn't know this would be you, you know. Composing herself, the researcher immediately returns to her work.
Yevgenia, the kids told me about a can pile. Is it nearby?
She said thanks. Anyway, back to work.
Can pile?
He furrows his brow, motioning with his eyes to some hilly snow dwarfs nearby.
They must be talking about our waste metal. I'm afraid it's gone, Miss Windsong. Maybe animals dug it all out, or maybe those little monsters ate it.
Do you know if that happened before or after the Runian mines ran dry?
I'm not sure.
I would suppose the answer we want is after, right? Evgeny's brow furrows again, this time casting a surveying glance at her scattered instruments.
You shouldn't be here. There's nothing of value to find in this place.
Oh my gosh, Evgeny, you are so quick to give up. My goodness.
And you're not supposed to be using this arcane equipment here either.
She's researching. Only if she knew only if he knew that Zeno would, like, say otherwise, they'd be like, yeah, she can. She's with us. I don't think he would be. Anyway, I'm just like, you are just so quick to give up. She's trying to help y'all.
We have a better way to deal with these fierce little monsters. What you're doing will just attract more of them.
She's not trying to attract them, you see. She's trying to find what they are attracted to. You see. His statement rattles her. Dang, if I was Wei Song, I'd be like, my goodness. Just 1 second, please. I just have to go stop by Vila's room and I'd be like, can you shower me with positive affirmations? Cause my goodness.
You can drive away the Kikitooks?
Not anymore. We don't have much left to fight them off with. Zeno didn't bring any equipment for our team, let alone any weapons.
I'm so sorry, Evgeny. How the frick do you think they actually care about you? How? I am so confused. How are you not getting it that they don't actually care and they want to use you guys? Like, you would be better off trying to solve this problem yourself. They're freaking using Zeno because they don't even care. Now they're the only ones with weapons and equipment is what I'm hearing, which is not good. Why would they give you stuff? They want to be in control of you. They would not give you nothing.
Go. Leave before it's too late.
Zeno really... this is making me so angry. He carefully checks the rifle in his hand.
What if I don't want to just give up?
Yes, Evgeny. Some people aren't so quick to quitting like a certain somebody. Evgeny slows down, making his inspection come across as even more deliberate.
I've seen your residence application. You say you are a researcher. Then you should be clever enough not to go down a fruitless and dangerous path.
Isn't that what you're going down? I'm so sorry. I like no real hate, but it's frustrating. This guy is so frustrating. I'm like, dude, shouldn't you be clever enough to know that they don't actually care about you and that maybe selling people off without telling them to this organization that called you guys freaking peasants? Ignorant peasants.
I admit that what I am doing here is reckless. And
But
maybe
she
I'm
has
just
no
motivated
other
by my
option,
own
low-key.
selfish interests. But I can't just walk away from my commitments.
You hear that?
You have lived in Rayashki for a long time. You know what commitment means here much better than I do.
You know that? Yep. And it's so crazy. She's telling the right one this stuff too. There's a shift in his face as he turns away from her. Yeah, because low-key, you've given up on your commitment. You literally just said, go to Zeno, guys.
I won't give it up so easily. Just like the people here won't give away their land like nothing.
Except for you. Except for you, Evgeny. When we mean the people, we don't mean you. Low-key.
It's stubbornness. That's all.
That's not stubbornness. It's called determination. Okay? Like, dang. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Plus, you're kind of on the payroll with song. Like, you don't really have a
should
choice.
have gone to other places and put their talents to good use, rather than staying here to fight for nothing.
For nothing. Bro, you think Zeno's better? Nissan holds a stare, lifting her chin to match up to him.
Is that why you gave away the town so easily to Zeno? Do you really even know your neighbors?
I love that these characters don't let no one get away with nothing. Like, dang. Tell him, especially Winsong. What Winsong said to Bertold and now Evgeny. Winsong is freaking, she's going places, okay?
I have lived and worked together with them for decades. Don't be ridiculous. I agree with Zeno's perspective.
You don't even know the half of it. Winsong, tell him their perspective. Since you think their perspective is being called ignorant peasants. I'm sorry, I can never let that go. That is so disrespectful. But I'm just like, Evgeny, bro, homie. Let's actually think about this here. They don't care about you. I don't know how else to say this. Like, how does he not know?
I've been to many places, and I have encountered many people like you. Stuck-up leader types. Making decisions on behalf of other people because it's what's good for them.
Oh my gosh, Windsong is really like rising my like meter. She's like right now, I think she's my favorite because I'm like she's doing everything right. She's not letting no one get away with this.
And they should listen, just as you should now.
The frick? Who you think you are? I'm sorry. You just frustrate me. He braces the rifle as he motions her back and scans the nearby horizon.
It's my responsibility to protect everyone, to do right by them.
I know, but like, think about it right here, right now. I know it sucks like being the leader, seeing people get hurt. Like, I know there's like a leader quality, like a leader aspect. Like, he's, you know, the leader. Like, every decision, he needs to make sure he makes the right one. So it's obviously more pressure than just being a person in Rayashki, just being a citizen, right? But I'm just like, bro, think. You have to make sure you've exhausted all other options before you uproot everyone from this place and move them somewhere else. When that's literally against of your values. Wait, what did I just say? But it's really against... What did I say? Well, it's against your values. I don't know. He was talking and it kind of messed me up. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Windsong does not let him get away with it. She does not let nobody. She first said, Bertold, you're disgusting. And then she said, you give up too easily. Like, low key. Windsong, I like her. I like her a lot. Uh-oh. We got another fight. Can we see who we're fighting, you think, before we... The only days left. You think we could... No. It'd be too easy, huh? I'm just a little nervous. Okay, Is that... Oh, no. It's tomorrow. I could tell. Oh, wait! I guess I'll continue. I was supposed to cut the episode. Oh, well. Looks like we're going, guys. I did say we'd get to episode 10. I think I'm going to try and do this in like 2 episodes. So 6 in the next one. People stream in from all directions. They stand now at the crossroad of their town's fate. Heck, you know.
People of Rayashki,
this guy's
my dear
so
friends,
good at manipulating, so I'm
good
worried.
Day to you all.
Well, he's not good at it, because I've noticed it. But like, if you see Evgeny, it took some sweet words, and he was freaking hooked. But Vila's smart. Windsong's smart.
Over the past 2 days, Zeno has assessed the potential risks and benefits in the area, and held hearings on what should be done about the future of this town.
You say, uproot it, and we just want the resource, and we don't want to share it. Only if they knew that Zeno knows about some very cool, very valuable resource that is confirmed to be here. Do you think they know? You think they know about that? You think they would just leave if they knew that's what you really wanted?
Our hearing saw very limited attendance. We've taken that to be a gesture of approval.
Very limited attendance. No, they don't. It's literally, they don't care to hear what you have to say.
Mr. Evgeny has put in a great effort helping to make these changes happen.
Oh, gosh.
We all owe him a great deal.
Well, I mean,
Thank
you guys do. Because he just put freaking money in your pockets. He motions to Evgeny at his side. A freshly painted document unfurls before all present Zeno's seal stamped deliberately in the most prominent position. So who are we gonna fight? Is it gonna be Zeno soldiers or is it gonna be freaking Kikatu?
Please believe that we have made the best decision we could for you.
Sure. Or is it the best? Oh my gosh, this is what I mean. Sweet little words. The best decision we could for you because we cared so much. When he literally just told Windsong the opposite. You think we care about these ignorant peasant and miners? Tell them what you said. Stand on business. Call them ignorant peasants to see if they sign the paper.
We all know the runium here has run dry. And the land has been exhausted of all further material wealth. Now and into the foreseeable future.
Oh, yeah? So now he's just lying. I see. So now you just for sure lying to them. If I was Winsong, I would say, screw this job, right? And I would spill it right here. This would be the perfect time. Everyone's here, everyone gets to know, and this guy gets to get told off. Perfect.
As a result,
Screw
your
the
local
job.
processing factory has lost its intended purpose.
Oh man, no more resources here. You guys gotta go.
What's more, Sino has changed our cooperation strategy. Though your town's loyalty will never be forgotten,
Seems
we
more
must
like
have
we
a
were
sober-minded
used.
view of its costs and benefits.
Yeah, because you invested in this town. That's what all this was, really just an investment. You planned to uproot them at some point because you never took care of the actual issue at hand.
To sum
You
up,
never cared.
our final decision is that
no hour, okay?
we will be ending operations and all future cooperation between Sino and Rayashki.
Where did the mic come from? You know what? Let's end our cooperation, but like we stay and then we find that resource and then you don't come crawling back. Thank you. A heavy hammer swings in the square, producing a whistling wind.
Well, Mr. Bertolt, you have just got here. Perhaps you didn't have enough time to get to know us well enough. Rayashki's value is not just
You
in
don't care about
aluminum.
y'all.
We have many other factories too.
I'm sorry, you cannot convince him. He's looking at the bag behind you. He does not care about y'all. He is looking at the bag behind y'all. Urgent words of protest flood in from all sides. And it sucks, because at the end of the day, they might still end up doing, like, stuff with them. You know? They might still end up working with them. But I'm glad that Rayashki will actually be able to benefit if they do. I don't like the fact that they're just being kicked.
Yes, you have a brick factory, a power plant, many forklifts, a smattering of conveyor belts. But all these were all built and suited for only the processing of runium ore. Without the ore, they simply have no benefit to us.
The crowd murmurs, voices bubbling up and shimmering like boiling water. Bertold raps the table, ending the broil.
Now that you have full knowledge of the situation and our intentions, we want to assure you that your loyalty has not been forgotten. So we have
Knowledge of
generously
full
prepared
situation.
2 choices for
Our
the future of
intentions.
Rayashki.
Ignorant people, or people that you still call ignorant, don't know the whole situation, you know? I don't know why I have to keep proving to myself, but I'm just catching what the words that he's saying, you know what I mean? This is kind of interesting. The assembly hushes.
Firstly, Sino
Ooh,
believes that you have
Jenny,
many valuable
stand in the back of the
qualities.
line. You are not signing this
The
paper. I will
determination
handcuff him.
And skills you've shown in the past year of our cooperation
Nah,
have proved
nah.
that your people can be a great asset to us.
Some of y'all, too. Not all of y'all. Where will the other people go, to be honest? Bertold scans across the faces looking back at him.
Indeed, many of you already meet the entrance requirements to join Zeno.
Also, what are the said entrance requirements? Like, young, strong, probably male.
Therefore, on behalf of Zeno Arms Academy, I wish to extend a heartfelt invitation to you.
Some of them. Like, let me just remind you that he does not want all of them. Because you saw Vila being like, what about the children? What about the kids? What about the people that can't work, the old people?
Leave Rayashki. Join us and work for one of our other branches as members
And you know, it'd be
of
crazy
Zeno.
if they do work in Zeno and hear what y'all are doing, that you
What
found
are
a
you
resource.
You want us to abandon our home for some promise of a job?
Stupid.
Calm down, Mr. Knut. This is
Don't
not
tell
about
him to calm
abandoning your
down.
home. It's about
It is.
joining us in our efforts to contribute to world peace
World peace.
through a more optimized allocation of manpower.
I'm sorry. So it is about abandoning our homes for contributing to world peace, or what we like to call greed and money-hungry people who just want more and more money.
So you're just going to pack us all up and ship us away to work for Zeno?
Exactly! You could not make that sound good. I am so sorry. There is no package you could put that in to make that sound like a good thing.
You misunderstand, madam.
No. That is exactly what you just said. What are we misunderstanding? You just said you want us to leave and work for y'all. That is what you just offered. But let's see how you twist it this time. He closes the folder, looking conspicuously towards the children beside Winsong.
Every year, Zeno dismisses 4% of our employees because they failed to pass our rigorous work reviews. And the number of our colleagues that are killed in the line of duty is even larger still.
Okay, so I'm waiting for when you start like convincing us to join.
Working for Zeno is a privilege, not a gift.
You just said people die. Like what? Wow, that sounds so fun. Yeah. He's like, some of y'all, well, you have to work really freaking hard, right? He didn't even talk about the pay. If you want to get people to be convinced, you'd be like, you have families. Don't you want to help your families? He said, nah. He said, nah. Some of y'all will die. So it's a privilege to work for us, you know? Like, we may or may not kick some of y'all out in the future. And, like, death.
That's why only a small number of you will be allowed to come and work for us.
Even worse. Oh, heck nah. Now you're trying to make it exclusive, and we ain't about that.
What?
Yeah. Are you even trying to convince them? Mila ain't gonna...
Now, according to Article 58 in the section on protection of Arcanist rights, signed at the Event Horizon Convention, we will provide basic supplies for any residents who haven't been offered a position with Zeno. They will be transferred immediately to the nearest relief station until our social workers contact them for further arrangements.
Oh, heck no. So some of y'all will get to work and maybe die under us, and then the rest of y'all will go to a freaking, asylum freaking place, right? Be homeless until further notice. You are freaking crazy if you think anyone's gonna agree to this.
So then, you're suggesting you will send our children and elderly away to some kind of refugee station?
That's exactly what he just said. You cannot make this up.
And the rest of us must go to work for Zeno without any questions?
Do you hear this? I don't know who would be down for this.
Pridurak! This is total rubbish.
Thank you. Evgeny, please. Ain't no way you're not the only one who's hearing what's on this contract. I'm so like, oh my gosh. The leader is the only person who doesn't seem to get it. I wonder why people listen to Vila more than they listen to freaking Evgeny, to be honest. I wonder why people listen to Vila more. Is it because she actually has people's best interests at heart? He waves off, then pushes aside the Xeno soldier in front of him.
Sir, please lower your voice.
What did y'all just do? He waves off, then pushes aside the Xeno soldier in front of him.
Well, you would be glad to know that your work experience in particular is valuable to Zeno, Mr. Koot.
I mean, duh. Mr. Koot is a hard worker, right? Kunt, he's a hard worker, but he don't care. See, he's doing it again. You don't seem to like what you're hearing. So let me wave this very cool, very fun thing that will make you very happy. You know, after all this bad news that upset you, let me tell you this one good thing that will make you step in line. He's doing the third time. He's a freaking tic-tac-toe, a winner. He's a manipulator. He attempts to pat on Mr. Koot's shoulder, who shrugs him up. I'd be like, ugh. Roberto acts entirely unfazed, unfolding the document further. He didn't sign it. Like this.
If you're not
Evgeny might have
interested
to
in our
actually
first
catch
plan,
some hands. And not because I'm
we have
mad at him,
another.
okay? But he needs some sense smacked into him. For sure. Let's hear it. Like you're just gonna leave, right?
If the residents in the area prove reluctant to relocate, Sino can offer another alternative. As stated earlier, Rayashki is a remote town that possesses some significant industrial infrastructure.
Okay.
Therefore, it could be considered an ideal location for a new complex of arms factories.
Okay.
There would be a need to substantially upgrade the Rayashki Wharf to turn it into one of the seaports Sino plans to build across the globe.
Okay. Okay, I'm listening.
Additionally, a radio station will be constructed within the town,
Okay.
which will better facilitate our communication throughout the Arctic region so as to stabilize and coordinate with the other powers in the area.
Okay, but like, what's the catch? Just waiting. Okay.
We will now be passing out forms, listing the options I've presented. Please fill them in with your choice.
Something's not, like, it don't feel right. Obviously, people are gonna pick the second option, but what's the fine print? I'm starting to think, you know, this guy's lied before. I wouldn't be surprised if he lied again. He just lied
So
right
your
in front of
only
me.
other option is to turn Rayashki into some kind of military base
Oh, that's
under
what
Zero's
that
control.
was? I literally thought he just said he would help them rebuild their factories so that they're able to get more resources. Oh. So either way, he just wants control of the area. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew I misunderstood something. Never mind. I thought he was saying that he would help them rebuild their factories and, like, fix the economy.
I won't put it so bluntly, but you're not incorrect.
Oh my gosh. Vila freaking said, so this one sucks too. She called it out for me and everyone. Make sure the sweet word. He almost got me. Oh no.
Our resources, as much as anyone's, are
He's
limited,
so good at
and
this.
they must
He
be put to
almost
good
got
use.
me.
We
Well,
cannot
no, he's
afford to
not.
waste them on strategically useless, costly people and places.
He just said useless. He almost said useless. Who does he think he's fooling?
If you want Sino to help you, you should be able to give us something in return. Don't you agree?
We don't even necessarily want your help. Like, I don't know if you remember, but before you even came here, we were questioning if we even want y'all here to begin with. Like, I don't... He folds the proposal again with satisfaction. Let's find that resource. The crowd heaves in protest, held at bay by the soldiers around Bertolt. Can we choose to not have the support? Evgeny, please.
So, Evgeny, this is the best choice you made for all of us?
Let's hear it.
I must speak in Mr. Evgeny's
Oh,
defense.
shut up.
He is committed to his duty and only wishes to do what he can for his compatriots.
That he never told us any of this stuff? Yeah, sure. If he-
Shameless! All you've done is sold us out!
Thank you! That's what I said! Oh my gosh. No one's letting Evgeny just get away with this. No one's getting away with nothing. All you did was sell them out. I think I used those exact words when I first heard it.
You tell them, Knut.
Yeah.
Do you think it's getting a bit windy lately? Clearly, with all the hot air in Evgeny's head, his mind has been blown away.
I mean, I would not have said that, but that was very mean. But woo! Evgeny, do you really want to be known for selling your people out like this? Countless eyes fall on Evgeny. Disappointment, sadness, perhaps something more complex. He said, "Oh, your brain blown away." Dude, the nicest people I've seen in this game are turning on you. You've definitely done something wrong.
I swear to you, I'm not doing this out of my own interest.
Well, you're definitely not doing this out of our own interest. It sounds more like Zeno's interest than me. Like, I don't know.
There are many better places in this world, and you have better purposes to fulfill.
Oh my gosh. They don't want to go to better places in this world. What's better than Rayashki, huh? I'm starting to think this leader of ours doesn't actually like this place as much as he says, which I'm not saying that he doesn't. He probably does. But I'm like, bro, I know Rayashki's in like a tough spot right now, but like everyone seems to love it so much that they're not willing to leave, except for the leader, which is kind of like, wow.
You shouldn't waste your time here.
Waste? Waste what? The bear of a man puffs with anger. Is Winsong not
Let's all
here?
calm down, my friends.
I would
It's time
tell
to
them
be
exactly
reasonable.
what's up. He called y'all again.
Think carefully. Zeno has been very generous regarding the offers before you.
Oh, that's how I feel about your offer. He readies himself as if about to launch a grand prepared speech, but his hand trembles. Who? A chilly wind sweeps over him.
Generous. Now that's ridiculous.
Tell him.
We won't let you take away our family and friends, nor we're about to let you turn our town into a puppet state.
She said neither option. Sounds
We
good.
will stay here, no matter what.
You can go, Evgeny,
Comrades,
if you want to go.
I understand how you feel right now.
Really? I mean, you gave up way quicker. I think you skipped a few steps of the feelings. Not gonna lie.
But we must face the cruel reality of our situation.
That they never cared about us, and if they actually did, we wouldn't have a critter problem right now to begin with.
And you're willing to send away our own people or give up on all we've built here because of this so-called reality.
Yeah,
the
no, they
only
ain't gonna
way
listen.
forward.
They listen to Vila more than they listen to you, bro.
If we continue to stay here without any help, it will be the end of us either way.
Were they the only person on Yelp with the best reviews? Like, can't you look for someone else? Like,
do we have to turn to Zeno for this help?
also, I saw some picture of Lilia. Is Lilia not here? Like, I'm so confused. Like, I thought Lilia would be in Rayashki. Like, I saw a picture of her, like, looking at a flower or something. I don't know. Where's Lilia? I swear she's part of Zeno, Lilia. From one organization to the next. Girl, do you not have any hobbies other than drinking? But until I see her, I cannot put those allegations on her. But now I'm starting to think she was actually a part of Zeno. Literally for her uniform that she was wearing in the Foundation. It's kind of suspicious. You know, when we were fighting her in one of the... What was it? It was either chapter 3 or chapter 4. It was chapter 3. Where she was wearing that green uniform. Well, maybe the Rayashki people were... He wore a green uniform. Actually, she might be... I don't know. Maybe she isn't in this, actually. But I saw a picture.
The truth is...
Wait, I'm
just
sorry.
as
Evgeny
Rayashki's
fails to
economy
reach...
has been dependent on Arunian.
Let me let him finish.
We remain dependent on Zeno.
Evgeny fails to react at first, but a defeated expression comes over him. Because I know he actually cares about them. But only if he knew Zeno doesn't care about y'all. I know, but can't we just find this new resource that they want?
Without them, at the present rate of consumption, we will be out of supplies and materials.
They need
within a year.
us, not the other way around. Silent title shift. Title shift sweeps over those assembled. Well, we're not deciding today. Like, that sounds like a crazy thing. You just tell us and we're supposed to sign the paper right now? Do the poll right here and now? At least give them some time to think about it. Like, dang. I mean, they probably will say no, but... Like, one option makes them a military base, but at least that one they get to stay in Rayashki. But then, I don't know. Tough decision. The researcher observes the change with harsh recognition. I just wish Winsong would say something. Like, there is a resource. Because this guy is trying to double down that there's nothing here. But there is
The
something
situation looks
here.
bad.
Winsong, insert yourself. I would have been like, wait. You know, I was looking around and I saw something that says there may or may not be a resource.
Zeno is determined to gain control
Or maybe
over this
slip
place.
a note under Evgeny's door, you know. Anonymous. She touches the unsealed letter. Her fingers jump away as if it had been electrified. Don't even think about that freaking thing. They don't care. He's almost gonna win.
But if I complete the task as Zeno requested, does it mean?
Yes. Berto's words echo in her ears.
I will shatter their dream?
Exactly. Because he don't care about their dream. He don't care.
And what about my dream?
They also don't care about your dream. So, take that as you will. Dang, she's thinking whether or not to put her dream over their dream. But I feel like she could still totally do both, you know? Like, they don't have to know that you told them. Your job is just to find the research. Your job isn't to keep it confidential.
Did the people who refused to acknowledge the study of ley lines act out of the same self-interest?
Yes.
I've seen this happen so many times before. A simple dream is made to face a cruel reality, where the clever ones give up and leave, and the stubborn fools remain, waiting to be crushed.
Oh, I hate that Evgeny said the word stubborn, because now she's using it because he's in it.
We asked for our misery.
She turns, her mixed feelings rushing to settle. The wall of soldiers has suppressed most of the dissent in the square, but still, some bravely charging forward. We'll kill you! Is what they're probably saying.
I'm not finished.
Berto dismisses her with his hand as he leaves the stage. He keeps doing that, and it's so icky.
Miss Villa.
Okay, leave. Frick. No one cares. You could actually take everything and just leave altogether. You know, but you wouldn't do that, right? Because you want that very valuable resource. I just hate that they don't know. Only if they knew. The researcher remains stunned. But this point, a potent chemistry of hope and resolve begins to catalyze something in her. Like, it's literally, I'm taking business, okay? I'm a business major. It's literally just based on ethics, right? Like, to be honest, she has no reason to care for these people. But it is the morally right thing to do to help all these people, these old people and these children, and put it over yourself. Because either way, they're gonna give her something for finding it. And I doubt they're gonna fire her, whatever. And they can't say that ley lines don't work if she finds it using ley lines. So, at the end of the day, there's a better chance for you than there is for them. Winsong. But it's like the same thing. Would you let like one person get hit by the train or like a bunch of people? You know what I mean? But in this case, she's on the tracks.
Sir, with all due respect, I can't complete this task alone.
Oh, snap. She's gonna be like, I'm sorry, but you can't. You're not giving me help. I'll ask the people of Rayashki for help.
As an ordinary researcher, I can relate to them. Please, forgive me for interrupting.
Winsong, oh my gosh, I could kiss you right now. I could hug you and kiss you. She lifts her head proudly, looking out to the direction of the crowd. Guys, hope isn't gone yet. Don't listen to this.
I have heard
dingus.
so much about Rayashki these days.
She said, you're not giving me help, I'll go get my own help.
They started from nothing, but bit by bit, they accomplished the impossible.
Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Is that the saying? Beggars can't be choosers. It's one of those.
Their voice should be heard.
You can't want her to find the thing, but then not help her. Like, what the heck?
Природа — это числа içeride.
Oh, you gotta pick one. You either want it or you don't. The soil and snow under her feet becomes imbued. Oh my gosh. Clamped onto the military boots and surged into the guns and barrels. Plugged them up with. Oh my gosh. She plugged the guns. Okay. The teacher seizes on the opportunity. She climbs over the wall of confused soldiers and charges forward.
Mr. Boto, we can't hold them any longer.
This dude sounds like he about to cry. Oh, this is the fight. Okay.
Keep going. For our dream,
What I
comrade.
wish they do for the event is find a way to calibrate the enemies so that like most of the battles in the events are actually hard. Instead of making them insight level 1, level 25 or whatever, I wish they would just make them like harder, and then for people who are easier, for people who like don't have the characters that high, they level, like they do the level up thing that they did like at the boss fight, where it's like, oh, your characters aren't high enough, we'll do that. Because I feel like a lot of people who've been playing from the beginning have characters way stronger than half of these enemies. Their conflict ceases. Scaly palms forcefully grabbed Bertolt's arm, sharp nails tearing at his sleeve.
Now, will you listen to me?
Because it will make doing the battles more worth it, you know? So that a little challenge, you know? A clean new ledger is stuffed into Bertolt's hand.
We don't need your help. Your soldiers and your tyranny are no longer welcome here.
Dang, Winsong didn't even tell y'all about the resources. She already kicking them out. You really thought she would yield? Hi, soldiers, we ready! Viola turns around to face her people.
Comrades, what do you say? Shall we solve the problem with the strength of our own hands and hearts?
Exactly! They ain't solving the problem, so we gotta do it ourselves! Evgeny, stop being a quitter, okay? Get a grip, bro. Get a grip.
What else can we do? This is what we've always done when there was a problem.
There will be more solutions than problems if we work together.
Thank you.
If I must die, I will die here with all of you.
I'm just like, Evgeny, get a grip, bro. Like, no one's leaving.
Stop talking nonsense, you idiot. Nobody is going to die.
Exactly.
Rayashki belongs to all of us. We will stand with it till its last moment.
Exactly. Stand on business. The sudden surge of conviction and utility cows the guards as they slowly move backwards. Many blush with shame. You better be shameful. Have to tell your boss about this. Some of them quietly withdraw. They said, dude, this is not working.
Huh. They might say they're just ordinary people.
She's like,
They are so
if you're not gonna
brave
help me,
and
I'm gonna
noble.
find people who can. What? The results justify the means, right? Is that not what you were saying? The results are what matters. The Lay Hunter. Ooh, that's a pretty cool name. A lonely researcher aimlessly paces through Rayashki Square. The town cold, wind clearly cannot soothe the wrinkles of her brow. If you're not gonna help me, I'm gonna find people who will. The end justifies the mean,
Could
remember?
I really have traded the future of these people away from my ley line studies? Zeno. I was a mule chasing after a carrot on a stick. They lured me here all so I could help ruin everything.
Exactly. It's not that they didn't want to be the ones to do it, but she's probably the only one who can't. Her voice burst up from her chest. It's like, if they really wanted her to do it for them, they would help her, right?
You seem to be in a
They would
good
be
mood.
better off helping her, to be honest. They're ruining their own plans. Like, I don't think she would have really turned on them if he just gave the soldiers to
We
her.
taught Zeno a lesson.
They were forced to leave with their devil's bargains and tails stuck behind them. We fought back, finally. A nice little trick that was. Thank you, Comrade Winsong.
She smiles at Winsong, giving her a wink. I mean, what were they gonna do? Shoot them? Why would you even do that? You want them to join you. They would not just, like... That would be so stupid of them.
We all know who the mysterious hero was that gave us a helping hand.
I didn't do anything.
It's no shame to have helped your friends, not to mention to stand up to Zeno. Have more confidence in yourself, Comrade Winsong.
Starting to see
but
that.
Will you really gain anything from this
Zeno's
fight?
not treating you well. Yes, you know what we will gain. You know it.
Not sure.
I'm sure the people
but
here
we'll
are
to
happy to go into
right?
the mines with you, unlike Zeno.
That's why I'm here.
To talk to me? I don't know why, but Miss Vila, you must have thought too much of me. In fact,
I think everyone
I'm only
thinks
a simple
too little
researcher.
of you.
I'm not powerful enough to change Zeno's decision.
I think Zeno thinks too little of you.
You are the one thinking too much, Comrade Winsong. Your ley line lessons were much more popular than you think. They have had a positive effect on the children. Now they are looking at the bigger picture.
No, I'd rather have Vila as a teacher than Miss Busan.
You've unleashed their curiosity. Is the aurora the bubble spit out by the stars? They form such a beautiful map. Do they study ley lines too?
Vila feigns distress, shaking her head with a pretended childlike confusion.
But it remains the case that the study of ley lines has never been verified. For all its ambitions, only a limited number of people studied it in the past decades, and that number is decreasing even now.
Hmm?
Vila nods thoughtfully. Oh snap.
What you're looking at is not some skin problem, but my past. My past as a Rusalka.
Rusalka?
Rusalka? You mean the mermaid from folklore?
Oh.
My people used to live in a far secluded place in the north, away from the humans. For hundreds of years, there was only hostility, plunder, and slaughter between us and them.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Two conflicting sides. I'm seeing the reverse 1999 trend.
We only started to learn more about each other in the last few decades. And then, I was born. It's been a hard life growing up within human society, but I've become used to it. Still, some things never got easier. Most humans still thought I was a freak. They welcomed me with mocking, sarcasm, and contempt for my people, my heritage. As for the Rusalki,
mermaids were fighting with humans? How is that possible, now that I think about it?
They didn't approve of my living among the humans, forcing me to live as a fugitive in Moscow and St. Petersburg.
You know what? Actually, I don't know. The mer people were probably winning because they got legs and fins. Half-blooded. It was a nauseating term, one separating the Rusalki from the scaleless humans who had stolen her homeland. An ancient myth that was the source of the enduring hatred between Rusalki and humans. Rusalki humans, Arcanist humans, you know, Foundation Manus.
They tried to catch me by every means possible, so they could wash away the stain they saw in me.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds very difficult.
Sounds terrible.
Humans have stigmatized and hunted the Rusalki for centuries, while Rusalki still have the instinct to attack and plunder human ships even now.
Ooh.
How are they supposed to make peace in such little time? That was what I thought years ago. Then I came to this town.
So, Now we're hearing about this, it like ties in a lot of other things, but also the hope aspect and like believing and all that stuff and determination. Wow. She surveys the white land. The unidentifying cover of snow removes all distractions, differences, and flaws.
A wonderful world where humans and Rusalki could live in peace. I was finally convinced. In Rayashki, everyone can make contributions with their skills, whether you are a human, a Rusalka, or a ley line researcher.
That is true.
I don't mean to give you more stress or push
That was
you.
reverse breathing.
You will always be our friend, whatever your choices.
Only if they knew she was Xeno. Which I don't think would make a difference, you know.
But this is not an unreachable dream.
I don't think
It's
they
real.
hate her. Or like, I think they dislike Xeno, but like, she's obviously like different, you know? A familiar phrase wells up inside her again. Conjured from a long silence past. Oh snap. Flashback! Don't get smacked this guy, don't get smacked this guy, don't get smacked this chick, okay? Let her be happy. And don't ruin everything for me, please. The girl is dead, much thinner and more stubborn than now, couldn't help but cheer. The other lay hunters failed to take notice as they combed through their scattered papers. Wait, so they were lay hunters too?
The editor of the environmental research agreed to publish our report, finally! But he only gave us 5,000 words. On the last few pages. Undoubtedly, it's still a good start. Our first step to reviving the study of ley lines.
Exactly, you gotta start somewhere. Winsong beams with excitement, clumsily sprawling over the table to select from their papers with care. Dull, dry theories shine anew, bright and vivid in her eyes. A table of twinkling stars. Yet, these stars must shine against all consuming field of darkness.
That's it, I give up. Maybe I'll study something else, like urban planning or landscape design. At least I can make a living that way.
Oh. Winsong remains buried in the heap of books and manuscripts, obviously to the loss.
The study of ley lines is outdated. Everyone agrees now that it can't be verified by science. This whole study was a dead end. Ley lines are only a baseless theory of arcanum.
Now why would you say this? Oh wow. The old papers on the table filled with nothing more than nonsense and wasted ink. At least that's how the world received it.
I tried talking about our study of ley lines with other arcanists, but almost no one has ever heard of it. They are more interested in Laplace's breakthroughs.
Oh, the Foundation.
Or anecdotes in their own fields, like the chaotic energy sampling mentioned in the paper written by the Butterfly of Lorentz.
The stars have dimmed.
So, maybe it is an unreachable dream?
Just because everyone else is so easily willing to give up? I think not. A long moment of wistful distraction falls back into reality. After much hesitation, she begins to speak again.
I do wish I could help, but it would take a lot of resources to verify the theory behind ley lines. There may be even danger and sacrifice. Even Xeno has paid little attention to my research. They only see it as a means to an end. Researchers in other fields can stand on the shoulders of giants, while I don't even have a school to return to.
Aww.
I doubt that the study of ley lines will help you much.
It's because 2 people just hit her with the useless blow, and now she needs a little motivation again. She retreats a few steps back.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty, Comrade Winsong.
Vila looks away, holding the regret deep in her chest.
I'm sorry.
До скорой встречи.
I'll see you soon. No way. Huh?
До встречи, Vila.
See you, Vila. Wait, what? She bows her head and turns, taking a few more difficult steps away. Perhaps it was her unattainable dream of revival that slowed her, or the weight of all that had gone wrong.
Wait! Comrade Winsong!
A burst of light leaps towards her once more.
Hmm? Don't forget your next lesson. The children are still waiting.
But the town is...
Life must continue, comrade. We can't let our worries stop us.
Okay.
You guys know how it is. Sometimes we're like, woo! And then other times, straight out of bed, you know? Anyway, let's see here. As the chalk marks its final stroke, the lecturer exhales a long breath.
Class is over.
I'm telling y'all, she really enjoying her new teacher phase. Then again, she does want to like start her own program, so I kind of get it. It really fits, actually.
Thank goodness I still remembered the basic premises of ley lines in biology. Feel free to ask me any questions. Cheer up, little ones. There won't be any exams for this subject.
She offers a hesitant joke to ease the awkwardness of the class, but their usual playful responses never emerge. She turns to face a class that must be bored, asleep, maybe distracted. She's met instead with clear and focused eyes.
Miss Winsong, are you going to dig up those potatoes alone again? Is there anything
They're just all locked in. They're just all locked in. They weren't bored. They were all like, oh, class is over? So, again, do you want help or what?
Miss Vila said we will work together to beat the critters out there. That we will find their weakness as long as we finish the map with you.
Oh, snap. They're like, we're gonna help. Tell us anything. Anything.
Just like how you taught us to. Chikuseren are not dangerous at all. They are plant-eating critters and pose little threat to humans.
I have ropes, flowers, and white gloves. We will dig up a lot of potatoes together. Piotr is strong. He can move any rocks that are in our way. Nina can prepare a kettle of warm water for everyone. And...
The children's voices rise and fall. What begins as icy determination soon melts into a cascade of sobbing tears.
I'm sorry, little ones. I wish I could verify all the theories we've been working on, but...
Dang. Screw the program. Just teach people about ley lines here. They'd really appreciate it. She affixes Rayashki's ley energy map to the blackboard, circling an empty void.
As you can see, a critical part is missing. It might take months to finish it. Besides, there may be even more dangerous critters in that area.
Dang.
Then the town will become the witch's new castle. Or perhaps an empty castle.
Kids, all of them, just ... Her attempt to turn the mood again falls flat. A merciful bell rings out. The jury topic is like a dirge. Thankfully, the next teacher arrives swiftly to relieve her.
Quiet, children.
They're all already quiet. They're on the verge of tears. She holds her gaze firm, sweeping over the assembly of children.
Wipe your tears and cheer up. Our Rayashki will stand strong.
Really?
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Block it. Thank you. Winsong is taken aback at first, then contemplating the possibilities, she delicately weighs her words.
Vila, I hope you aren't seriously considering Zeno's...
Dang, even the people that work for Zeno, she's like, I hope you're not actually thinking about, you know.
Of course not. They might try, but we will never give in. No matter what, for now, we must find a way to protect our town. We will need a shelter from these critters. We've all decided to stay.
Maybe we should build like some kind of wall. Oh no. The curtain parts and sunlight pours in from outside. That did not sound like sunlight pouring in. Oh, that was her opening window. Oh.
Look outside, children. Each and every one of us is doing what we can to hold our town together.
A new factory is spitting out puffy bubbles?
The workers are going to transform the abandoned factories into something useful. They're cleaning the ore and debris there. Not an easy job.
This, guys.
After that, we will start new production lines and cooperate with the surrounding cities.
It's
we will
for
grow potatoes, breed fish, and make canned food. We will find our strength together.
Are we putting makeup on the factories? We can paint their faces and put beautiful garlands on them. So what is Mr. Patrick doing? Everyone's waiting in line. Is it the Teen Hat Festival again?
I was gonna say teeny tiny hat.
I'm sorry, August. I think we will have to live without our tin hats and Comrade Blinchik for a long time. They are signing on to a reform of our rationing. To transform our factories, we need to cut down the budget for the canteen.
Oh,
hey,
thank you for your sacrifice, Comrade Blinchik.
Which is what I don't get.
You deserve a medal and some chocolate.
Okay, no more ore, but they don't want them to change their factory.
Look, the bulldozers are tearing down those houses.
Yes, we all agreed to exchange some of our living space for more land to grow food.
Nice. So look like the guys are at work. The adults are working right now. The children crowd the windows, silent but oh my gosh. Winsong follows Vila's narrative to its conclusion. Oh, there, the shoe's right there. Winsong's right there.
The price is much higher than it first seemed. Is it worth it?
Of course. You cannot find what we have here in Zeno's barracks or in the relief camp. You can't find it anywhere in the world.
And she knows. She's been there.
Think about the old comrades and the babies. They're the past and the future of Rayashki.
The babies!
How could we leave them behind or subject them to Zeno's whims?
Wait, let's clear the rock there. Mechanical sounds from outside carry across the snow from afar, as if the land itself is calling.
No one shall ever be abandoned in Rayashki.
I think people out there would be envious if they saw what you are doing here.
She doesn't press further.
We really aren't doing anything so special. We're only doing our job, our duty to one another.
Her skills and spies have risen, though whether it's a sign of pride or fear, she can't say. See, guys, let me let you in onto how I'm reading these. If I mess up the first word because my brain cannot compute what that says, you see the though? It looks too much like through and thought, right? And instead of my brain trying to figure out which letters are there and which letters aren't, instead I read ahead slightly in my head, and then I like go back and I'm like, oh, this word sounds correct, you know? So, you know, if I mess up the same word a couple times, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out which word it is, okay? That's a little inside life to dyslexia. That is what I'm doing right now, okay? Just so you know.
There are lots of conflicts out there. Conflicts like the one between humans.
Like, I have
and
to read on and be like, oh yeah, no, this sounds like it makes sense. Because when I read too fast, usually I just say the wrong word and then I just keep going. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not what it says, you know?
Like the ones that mocked
so
the study of ley lines
for me.
And dissolved our school. They did so simply because it might take from their funds or steal their glory. Everyone forever building walls just to keep separated from each other. Hoarding whatever they could get their hands on.
Win song for president,
Then
bro.
they blame the aftermath. The harm they do to others on cruel realities. Cruel reality. It seems to be everyone's mortal enemy. The cause of all suffering, war, greed. The
Dang.
Perfect excuse to never care.
Dang! She's right, though. Her voice trails into a mutter, which is kind of what I was talking about earlier today. A little philosophy lesson with Cheko. But I think a lot of people nowadays use the excuse, well, that's how it is. And to that, I say, just because that's how it is, doesn't mean that's how it has to be. It doesn't mean that it's right, etc., etc. And you can apply this to a lot of things that are happening currently. But what I applied this to was the Chapel Roan incident. I don't know if you guys know her, but in the U.S., she's risen to fame really quickly thanks to her newer music. And she was having a stalking issue. She's like, oh my gosh, guys, I don't like being stalked, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. She's telling her fan base, and they were like, well, you're a celebrity. You kind of just have to deal with it. That's just how it is. And I just hate that reasoning, because just because no one else tried to do something about it doesn't mean that nothing should be done about it. And that's how you could take like anything. Another example would be the I don't know if the Genshin thing really applies, like what's happening with Natlan and stuff, but it's kind of the same thing. Just because that's how it is doesn't mean that's how it has to be. Because other people were complaining about like, oh my gosh, like, well, when it happened to us, no one said anything then, but I'm also like, did you say anything? You know, just because you don't care doesn't mean like the rest of us don't have to care. You know, just because that happened to you, it's like, it's kind of similar in like a way. Anyway, I hope I'm making sense, but can you guys relate? Because I'm just like, just because that's how it is doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Like, some people are in fact allowed to speak up, and it's okay. And if you didn't, you shouldn't blame the people that do because they're trying to do something about it. I don't know. Anyway,
they took me in
that was my spiel for today's
when
episode.
I came here, and they stayed friendly for a week, a month, a year, and even now. So naturally, it became my dream too. Everyone here shares a beautiful dream. A dream that we can work and enjoy life together.
Vila for president. Vila and Winsong. First lady. Second lady.
That someday, there will be no more conflicts between people or worries about tomorrow. That everyone will be able to work to achieve their passions, whatever field they wish to pursue.
And I feel like saying that's just how it is. It's really just a way of saying you don't care, or like you're so quick to give up, you know? It's like, I don't know. It just made me reflect, okay, on something I just saw today.
It's not just a way of life.
It was a
for
D'Angelo
now,
Wallace
but
video,
the
by the
future
way.
we're always
He said
trying
the same
to reach.
thing. I was like, I know, right? Just because that's how it is doesn't mean that's how it has to be.
I've spread the study of ley lines in Rayashki, along with its potential.
Oh! A simple invitation catches Winsong's eye, with dense, messy signatures filling every possible space.
They showed great interest. The study tells us about the secrets
Yeah,
that
let's
could lie
just do
beneath
it
the
here.
earth, after all.
Winsong, if you're willing to move, you can be here with people who have believed in you from the second you got here. They care. Just teach the new generation, and then the next generation will teach the next gen, and everyone will know about ley lines. I'm sure people here would appreciate your program.
Perhaps it will bring
But
hope
I know
to
if she
Rayashki.
wants like a big research thing, like with Xeno, who's obviously this big corporation, but it's like the little things matter too.
But I'm not one of you.
Oh, girl, one of y'all. What does that even mean? Tell it, Winsong. Everyone's one of us. They have welcomed
You taught the children something new, and you helped us explore our town's potential, didn't you? Everyone here is more than happy to help.
Oh my gosh, her little
you know,
confidence
Comrade Knut
is...
has been boasting about the assistance he was able to provide for your studies.
He's like, I did that. I helped her.
And many others are envious.
Oh, it's so
They want to
cute.
help you too.
Oh, it's so cute.
More importantly, you already have a group of curious students here willing to study
Yes,
your theory.
everyone loves your ley line lessons. Keep your research going. Winsong. I don't know. It's like she's trying to get used to this like feeling of actually being appreciated and stuff. So like I get that. I
Now,
get that.
Allow me to ask you again, Comrade Winsong.
I get that.
Would you hold a lecture on ley lines for all the citizens of Rayashki?
Oh! You cannot say no. You want this. I'm sure.
Even though my research doesn't have any endorsements or achievements?
We don't care. We just see your passion and determination. That's the only achievement we need. Someone that's willing to keep going.
Of course. Perhaps we can be the first to endorse it after your lecture.
Mm-hmm.
You're being far too obvious in your recruitment tactics.
Hey, Xeno clearly don't appreciate you. We'll treat you better. Mila smiles, ignoring her afraid protests.
The world is not a beautiful place. Poverty, privilege, egoism, exclusivism, so many problems.
So many.
But that doesn't mean it can't get better in the future.
Exactly, and that's why people have to keep trying. We need people to keep speaking out for things, talking about things, changing things. Because how else are things gonna get better if people don't try? You know?
Perhaps the experiment we're doing in Rayashki now will become the symbol of a better future. A new world where all races and ideas can coexist.
Dang. You know, this is the kind of in-depth storyline I like literally can't expect to hear anywhere else but here, and freaking love it.
Well, of course it may fail and end up a ruin. But at least we've tried.
Exactly. You know what? I haven't talked about the Genshin issue, and you guys probably don't want to hear it here, but you guys come here for my input and my spiels. And now that we're getting more into the heart of the story, I feel like I have more to say, right? And this will probably be in the video essay, so I'll give you guys like a tidbit right now. When it comes to Rayashki, and it it makes me reflect on what happened with the Natlin issue, which again I haven't talked about, and I kind of like, part of me doesn't want to really, because like I didn't talk about it because I don't even really play Genshin, and so I felt like my input would be kind of obvious as well. Like I didn't have to say anything, but this It's like literally, like, how are you gonna tell other people not to try? You know what I mean? Just because you think, oh, because it happened to us, like, again, you think it happened to us, and oh, it's useless, and oh, it's that. Which is what I saw a lot of. And then obviously the extremes where people just got racist. I digress. I feel like, honestly, that community of people, just like, you can't, like, that's why I love the reverse community. Because that's not the kind of people you're going to find with a game like this. That seems very much contradictory. Which is why I don't expect it from even a game like a single Hoyoverse game or nothing like that. Because that's, their community does not have those beliefs. But I feel like this game, if you have those beliefs and you're playing this game, like, is that kind of, like, that doesn't work, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what makes the reverse community so much nicer, because the game actually teaches nice and good life lessons that help make people better. Whereas I know some people just play games for fun, but I'm just saying, I really appreciate what Bluepoch is doing, because it's like, it helps a lot of people feel, I guess, safer in the reverse 1999 community, knowing that, oh, this is what the game is talking about. And like, you kind of just have the expectation, obviously, like, people aren't gonna, you know, be racist or be homophobic and all that stuff. So it's just nice. It's just nice. It's like such a breath of fresh air. Like, I literally, like, the Natlan stuff, like, made me want to really back away even further from, like, Hoyoverse games and, like, just their communities, because, like, you never know, like, who's in it, you know what I mean? And then the one time or the second time there's a problem, it just ends up becoming this whole thing, and then the racism comes out and you're like, oh. And then anytime there's a problem, the homophobia comes out and you're like, oh. And then we're like, oh, yeah, no. And it just makes the community look so gross. It's so bad. But, like, again, with, like, the stuff that Reverse talks about, it's like the complete opposite, in my opinion, of what's going on in other gacha communities, especially, like, the Hoyoverse one. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't want them to come to this game, because I feel like it will lose its meaning and its charm if certain communities try to merge with this one. I don't know, that's why I kind of feel like gatekeeping it, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I want more people to play it that actually will, like, appreciate it. It's a very conflicting feeling. That was just my spiel on how much I love this game, but yeah. I just really hope that if more people join the community, which I do want, okay, that they actually take in what the story is telling them, and if they had prior beliefs that are toxic and bad, that the game can help change and, like, change them into people, into good people who will actually make the world a better place, rather than Xeno, you know, money, greed, racism. Anyway, that was my spiel. I don't know if that made any sense, but I'd like to hear you guys' inputs in the comments. She watches Vila standing proudly, as if gazing at a great ship bound for distant shores, venturing all, never sinking back.
We love our home, and we're ready to devote our lives to it.
Like, they just talk about so many things, and I'm just like, wow. I feel like more people really need to hear this.
I can't shake the feeling you're
whether
inviting
they're
me aboard
like
a leaky boat. That
people
could sink
who
at any moment.
Currently have an opposite belief, or people who want to hear this belief, you know? Know what I mean?
Maybe, Comrade Winsong.
But like, there's so many, like, little
your
things.
Friend is a Rusalka, and we do well underwater.
Like, what's happened, like, Vila's backstory, and then Winsong's backstory about Winsong having little confidence, Vila finding her place in this community, just people who are determined. It's like, Winsong blinks, half wondering if her new friend has gone mad, and finding it matters still that she is reaching out to solemnly accept the invitation. Dang, I just yapped. Oh my gosh.
What an honor.
Okay, I should have continued the drinking game, okay? Frick. I was also planning to stream today, but this is Saturday, by the way. But I didn't, cause I'm freaking lazy. You guys don't know how much effort it takes to put this hunk of junk of a computer in stream mode. It's a lot. The crowd has gathered together again. Winsong, believe in yourself! It's a familiar place, one she visited in dreams before. This time, though, her watchers seem more curious than doubtful. The eager eyes follow her every move.
Today,
Right.
I'm going to introduce the study of ley lines.
Yeah! Tell us about them ley lines!
And the progress of my research on the Rayashki.
Yes, because these people care more about the results. They don't even really care about the results. They want to hear the efforts. Like, you're onto something, girl. Linson takes a deep breath, pulling out a few pages of research notes. The pages are passed from hand to hand, stirring excitement.
Thanks to your help, I have finished a draft of the town's ley energy map.
Ah! Yeah! You did!
And I have confirmed the presence of many precious resources.
Through these colorful lines?
Yeah!
These lines and spots show us the state of local ley energy. Each color represents a different concentration of creatures or minerals. Simply put, this area covered in frozen earth and frost contains many rich resource veins.
Ooh.
These gray marks symbolize them. They are located in
the real
most
battle
of the
is
corners
getting
of the map.
them, to be
All
honest.
of them outside of
but
town.
Now we know.
Oh, maybe that's why Grandpa said we couldn't grow anything here in the beginning. They eventually solved that problem by importing rich black topsoil for our fields.
As for the runium you've mined to make a living, look at the dark gray marks. According to the map, they are becoming increasingly scattered and faint, so it can be hard to see them. Besides resources, we can also find concentrations of different creatures using the map. The navy blue marks represent the Chikuseren, while the aqua green ones represent the mutant Chikuseren from the wharf. They feed on plants, and you can find their traces in many corners of the town.
I'm so sorry, but this is so useful. What the frig? I don't know what Noah's talking about. This is so cool to me. I don't know. Like, this is really cool. Like, I'm in.
The red-brown marks are the Kikituks, an aggressive species. They're vicious by nature and prey on just about anything arcane they can find. Even other creatures.
I feel as though my head is going to explode from all this new information. Can you explain a little simpler for this old workhorse, Comrade Winsong?
The smile.
Of course.
She said, yes, I will dumb it down. But you gotta do it for me too, girlie. She proudly produces a handful of fluff.
This sample comes from a Kikituk in the mine. I took it with Mr. Yevgeny's help.
I don't know what that sign was for, but I don't know if he's like, oh, it was hard. It was hard to get.
Seems like just a normal piece of fluff, no matter how I look at it.
Yes, and in most people's eyes, it's nothing more than that. But in a lay hunter's eyes, it reveals a great deal of information. The navy blue marks and the red-brown ones seem to mix together, and there are also dark gray ones popping out among them.
Oh.
So, it looks like our Mr. Kikituk ate well. Perhaps he had a Chikuseren soup with a runium-flavored kefir.
Looks like these critters have realized our dream long before we could.
But what about those black marks? If my memory serves me right, The map you just showed us had those black marks too.
Learning. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Okay. I'm like, woo, it's
Yes, but they don't match any creature or resource we know.
Uh-oh, is something new.
I believe it represents a new kind of resource.
Oh. Well, where is it then?
In the mine. The mood has intensified. Residents clamoring around to see.
We can only find the answer in this area here.
You mean in the depths of the mine?
Yeah, we might have to fight in there. Winsong gives a slow affirmative nod.
The ley energy is emanating from there. Afterwards, it flows throughout the food chain, passing through all kinds of creatures and materials before eventually returning to its source. Then our new resource is probably somewhere there.
So we need to find it. Then we won't have to put up with Zeno anymore.
Zeno's gonna be begging, crying, and like on their hands and knees being like, we need the research, guys. Will you trade with us, please? I can't wait for that. The audience sparks up. Rippling murmurs turn into a burst of questions and excitement.
But do you have any other proof?
He lays out his hand as if expecting Winsong to put something there.
Of course. Remember the critter you found in the mine, Mr. Knut?
Ooh, she said, yup.
Yes. You said it was called, Hoitu.
Hoituk, a subspecies of Kikituk. They live underground and feed on minerals.
That was around the time we had begun to run out of rhodium.
Is that so? But they were still there. Perhaps even more active than usual. That could only mean they were attracted by some other mineral or energy source, right? And even though I didn't find any further Hoituks during my research, I did find the Olga mutants, one of their close relatives. Since they are social creatures, my discovery must prove the presence of some of these Hoituks, even if we cannot find them yet.
Yeah, they love talking to fam. The surrounding cheers swell again, prompting Evgeny to clear his throat.
But in the end, this is all just conjecture. Are we really going to waste all our time and money on your assumptions?
Well, I don't think we're even gonna waste it. It's giving that Evgeny wants to work for Zeno. Evgeny, you could go. Like, I'm so confused. We got hope. Like, it's one thing to say it's all just conjecture. It's another thing to say, are we really gonna go through with this, guys? Like, that's just like, oh my gosh.
Or can you prove it's something more than conjecture?
I mean, with everything pointed towards this one thing, we need to go and prove it. You are really, Evgeny, like, I get it, but bro, like, just go to Zeno if you really want to sign the paper.
I would call it a preliminary conclusion.
Yeah, preliminary conclusion.
But could it be endorsed by any authorities or proven theories?
Oh my gosh. I'm getting so sick of Evgeny. I'm so sorry. Like, at the beginning, like, he was like, I care. But, like, now you're just getting on my nerves. Like, I get it, again. But, like, how many times is he gonna say just the wrong thing and do the wrong thing? Like, you're the leader. Gosh. You just really want us to sign with Zeno.
No.
Like, you just really want them to sign with Zeno. What does he get exactly if he signs with them?
So then it is little more than a fairy tale. Am I right?
A fairy tale is not the word to you. Fairy tale means she just told y'all lies and stuff. Well, lies, but things that aren't true. Fairy tales and conjecture are not the same thing.
I admit, it's a gamble.
But do you want to try or not? What I don't understand is why this guy is just so willing to crush out any other, like, possibility. Like, I feel like he's more willing to say, oh, yeah, there's nothing. than to try. Like, everyone else here is like, if we get it, we like to try. And he's just like, I think we have Zeno. I think we'll be like, Evgeny, now infamous blow, furrows once more.
It's never easy to dig, you know.
Yeah, I know, Evgeny, but we're talking about the whole town here. Like, I think for the sake of everyone, their homes, their families, it's worth a shot, don't you think? Because if you get it, you get your best possible outcome versus not even trying.
And Zeno has already withdrawn all their own equipment. All we have left in Rayashki are some outdated machines.
Well, you guys can still try. It's clear freaking Zeno don't even want the resource anyway. We need to go freaking find it.
Besides,
would you rather just wither and die here?
Maybe their presence there is some kind of proof, but they are themselves a danger.
True.
It is obvious that there will be many more critters there than near the town.
True.
And you would have us waste time, perhaps even sacrifice our comrades, to pursue what could just be a fairy tale?
But if you do end up finding the resource, you guys will get to stay in the town forever. He kind of looks like, I keep making Attack on Titan references. Erwin? He kind of looks like him. I'm not gonna lie. Blonde hair, blue eyes, chiseled face, you know? Angry look on his face all the time. Am I the green uniform? What happened to my soldiers we rage? What happened to that? He advances closer, step by step. Winsong's mouth opens silently. The look on her face is too familiar. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Please. Evgeny, a question. Do you want to leave Rayashki that bad? Like, I know he's weighing the risk and stuff, but like, think about the outcome. Think about it. It's like you've never seen research before. Just because this stuff hasn't really had anything because no one really cared to put funding into it. People only cared about keeping the things and furthering the things that already like existed. But like, how are you gonna know if you don't try? The moment before the collapse of Leyline Academia. Yes, that is the look. The suffocating weight of questions and regrets. Like, you guys never ever have given her the opportunity, no one, I'm not just talking about him, to prove this to begin with. All she has to do is work with what she has. And if y'all don't give her anything because you say, oh, it's not proven, how will it ever be proven? You know what I mean? It's not even like she's failing time and time again. Is that she can't go further because people aren't giving her the resources to do so.
There is no doubt. The cost is simply too high.
Yes, it's too much money, so we're not willing to try.
Who would be foolish enough to dig some holes in the wild just to see if there are critter bones in there?
Harsh sounds of laughter come from everywhere and nowhere all at once.
The answer is very clear. We don't need new kind of geography meets with arcane. Let's save everybody some trouble.
And now he's like, we don't even need it to be real. It's like...
Conclusion. The application for Project Leyline should be rejected.
Agreed. Even cranks can apply for research funds nowadays.
Okay, ma'am. What are you researching? Freaking plant growth? See this new species of plant? It's like, girl. She staggers back, bumping into something solid. A strange yet familiar, cool sensation lands on her shoulder. Mila stands behind her. I'm like, Evgeny, why are we even letting Evgeny, like, can you please tell me, after everything we've been through, to, like, in this whole arc, right now, I know Evgeny probably earned his status, But why would we let him make any decision for us right now? After the massive mess up he did almost signing that freaking document. Like, let's listen to Vila. I'm so sorry, Evgeny, but right now I don't see why we should listen to you. Because you want to work with Zeno, and we don't want to. Like...
Keep moving, Comrade Winsong. Keep moving. The people of Rayashki don't back down in the face of their problems.
Except for Evgeny, bro. He's the only person that backs down. Or something gets a little too hard. Well, I know it's like... Again, like, I get it. When I say a little too hard, I mean, if everyone else is still willing to keep going, why are you only thinking about, like, the bad stuff? Like, everyone's so optimistic except for him. And I know, like, the critter problem isn't a little problem. But, like, everyone else is like, whoa, hope? And he's just like, trash. Like, that's what it feels like.
Whatever it is, we can fix it together, right?
Like, he doesn't even think about the fact that some of these people are gonna end up in refugee camps. Like, these people's family and stuff. Until the Zeno decides to finally let them, like, help them. Because that dude said no timeline for them getting help. He said, you guys will go to the refugee camps and whatever happens, happens. And I'm like, you're just so willing to do that to people. To kids. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's one thing because he's definitely gonna, like, pass that application too. So it's like, what about everyone else?
I approve of Comrade Winsong's proposal.
Oh.
Me too.
See? It's only Evgeny. I don't know what else to tell you, Evgeny, but maybe you need to, like, do some soul searching and realize what the spirit of Rayashki is, because I think you forgot. Her surging ship launches forward, plowing through stubbornness and doubt. No, there's only one person who doesn't believe in you. And it's the person that was about to sign to Zeno without telling anybody. Never looking back.
That's right. This is not a gamble or a fairy tale.
Exactly. Stop calling it that stuff. Like, I don't understand how you go from conjecture to fairy tale. It's an unproven theory. It's not a fairy tale. I just hate that he used that word. Her hands trembles as she opens her backpack.
Here's a ley line simulator. It can simulate the creatures on the ley energy map, so we can do further analysis.
Is it able to simulate the critters too?
Certainly. Simulating critters is lesson 1 in the ley line textbook. We can use the simulation to carry out targeted training against the critters.
Looks like the study of ley lines is more organized than I thought.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to her.
Congratulations, Comrade Winsong. You will have the manpower you need.
Yeah, and Evgeny can sit back and watch if he wants to. Like, it's just gotten to that point. I'm like, Evgeny, please. Like, dude, get a grip. My goodness. I know you're the leader and you feel like you have everyone's lives in your hands. But at the same time, I feel like the same thing could be said about what you think Zeno wants for y'all. Oh my gosh. Winsong turns as more and more fists raise into the air.
Hold on, comrade.
Yeah, let's get to work. The sooner we find this resource, the better. A deep breath, a glance to confirm that all is ready then. Also, you would think they would be getting, like, money, right? For all this stuff. Like, if they're trading resources with Zeno, like, you would think they would get paid for it, no? Like, is there no, like, government head body that, like, saved some money to, like... Also, now that you think about it, if they get this resource, they get money. They should upgrade their materials so that they're never in a situation like this again, to where they can't mine any other material. You know, get more resources so that Zeno's not the only people with stuff. I just think that's what we need. Yeah, she said lesson 1. She said lesson 1. Kikatuk. I knew it. Calm down. Calm down. No time to pee, they're not real. Yugeni instinctively positions himself in front of everyone.
It's like digging the mine all over again.
Except Kikatuk are good creatures, okay?
That was the biggest achievement of my life.
Let's do this, comrades.
Yeah, let's learn how to kick their butts.
Digging like this is no easy work.
They roll up their sleeves, pressing forward confidently. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's do this thing. Oh wait, no, I was trying to look at, frick, her friendship.
Whew. That was one powerful blow.
So how you guys feeling? How you guys feeling right now? The square is now poked. What is that? By groups of disheveled workers resting after their rigorous exertion. Not extortion. Winsong's back is soaked, and her simulation creaks with stress.
I think we can draw our conclusions now.
How's that, guys? How's getting active? Dang, even Winsong, she's sweating. She had to take that jacket off. The old bench grows beneath her boots as she nimbly props herself onto its narrow back. She's like, we're going, guys. How's that?
We have to admit, this is going to be a risky operation, but it's also our last chance.
Hey, she should be the real Air Queen, okay? Because she's the real one, like, my soldiers, we rage.
To protect
my
our
soldiers,
land
what is
and
it?
our
My soldiers,
people.
we never give up hope. My soldiers, we rage, or something like that.
We must explore the mine.
Someone needs to freaking, I wish I can animate, bro. I would animate that, the scene of them going in the mines, but with her saying Airwood stuff. Oh, I wish I could animate.
There will be danger. Yes, some of us may get hurt, but we may also find this new resource and save
Except
our
in
Rayashki.
that other one, Erwin kind of just sent them all to their deaths.
For you.
There was
for
no real
me,
hope.
For everyone.
Like, they got bodied. No doubt about it. They ate rocks. There is no cheer that rises to meet her. The only thing audible is the distant sea breeze, buffeting the shore.
We can already expect that critters have occupied the mine. We'll just have to work together to drive them away.
Mm-hmm. We need a formation.
We dug this mine with our old machines once, and we'll do it again.
What is it? What did they call that? Mission Shiganshina? No, it wasn't Shiganshina. What was it? They need a formation like when they were going to, what's his name? Aaron. When they were going to Aaron's house, right? And then the female Titan showed up. They need a formation like that with like the guns. I'm sorry. I freaking swear this reminds me of freaking Attack on Titan in a way.
This is how we've made it so far.
Maybe it's the vibe. The crowd rises, pulling in together. Winsong looks up and outward. Yeah!
However old they are now, they will always be our children, right?
I'm not gonna lie. Here's my order of characters. Obviously, like, Winsong, then Vila, then Abgus, and then right under I put Canoe. Canoe really just makes me so happy. Like, I'm sorry, freaking, I almost called him Airfin. Evgeny, like, Canoe's really just taking your spot right now.
Yuri, you're good at the assembly, huh? Nikita, you're gonna be busy with the engines. Valeria, we need you for this cruise.
Like, I'm just saying. Makes me want to watch Attack on Titans again. More and more stars light up. They outshine the twinkling snow. Like, I'm just saying, like... Okay, how many episodes are left? I think I could put one more episode in this one. This will be the last part, but... Well, the last part for this episode, but the future we choose. Exactly. Don't let Zeno tell you those are your only two options. They just got here. Who do they think they are? Also, will something explain this weird weather?
Miss Vila, they've been doing
wait.
things.
We got 3 episodes left, and part of me really doesn't believe that Xeno's just gonna be like, oh, you guys are not, we want that, and they're gonna fight for it. Like, I just don't think they're just gonna leave, because how much you want to bet Xeno may or may not be the final boss? Like, it's either a mutant giant Hotep or it's Xeno. That's my guess right now. But then again, those are the only 2 options. But I'm adding Xeno into the...
Father took out a lot of old books,
you know?
And he spends most of his time looking over his blueprints now. He said they will be the key to saving the town.
Yeah, they're standing on business.
Shame I can't read those books or help with anything.
It's okay. I don't understand why people don't like Piotr. He is, like, so caring and so nice. I will forever just think about how Abacus said he don't have no friends. I'm like, Pasono barely even says anything. Like, it's Nina and Piotr that do most of the talking and stuff. Like,
my dad was acting strange too.
Pasono is just very quiet.
From under his bed again.
Like, he's here, but like he's also not here.
But Mom didn't scold him this time. She even took out some of her treasures from the cabinet. Reindeer horn, noisy birch sap, golden teeth seal whiskers. Dad said his potions would keep everyone energetic for a whole day.
Ooh.
Even Mr. Miser took out his wand from the safe box.
Dang, the Arcanist said, we are here. I literally thought they were barely at it, but I'm like, Abacus, do you have parents? They're obviously like, they have to be Arcanists too, because Abacus is one. Maybe he could grow some sunflowers to welcome us back. The children clustered around Vila, pleading for answers. We need everything we can get. Y'all, dust off your potions and stuff. Take out your books. Vila is about to speak when hurried, labored footsteps interrupt her.
Move, kids.
He makes an appearance.
Good luck, Comrade Vila.
Regrettably, his march could not proceed, as he has now become the children's newest boss.
Mr. Patrick, are you doing strange things too?
Hey, it's called getting prepared, you know? The book bag on his shoulders could not elude the children's scrutiny. It is not a cookbook he carries, but something far weightier.
How to use and maintain model A050, Operation Manual of Model Circa 1562. These dusty books, they look older than me.
Nina says this, right? Like she's that old to begin with. Girl, aren't you like 6? Most things here are older than you. Like, older than the adults, I get. But I'm like, Nina, you are literally like below the age of 10. That freaking, the classroom's older than you.
These old friends are our textbooks.
We don't have those new cell phones or whatever you call them things.
Do adults take exams
too?
too?
Pasono is here. I don't understand how he's more popular than Piotr. I'm sorry. Piotr might be a little negative, but Pasono is so quiet. Like, oh my gosh. Not saying that he deserves to not be popular, but I'm like, dang, he's like, he swung and she swung, but he barely talks. Not saying he frog, he swan, but...
We're doing something far more important than exams, kids. We haven't used these old fellas since Zeno brought the new ones. Most of our comrades don't know how to operate them.
Ah.
Now is the time to put them
the
back into use.
Took the
Comrade
back.
Canute has been teaching us how to use these outdated technologies.
Canute still said it's right here. Yeah.
That's right. All the adults have been divided into many groups. Knut is leader of the engineering group.
I
and
haven't
Pasono's
cried
uncle is in
yet.
the investigation group, while Nina's father has joined the potion group.
Like, y'all really want to, like, y'all, oh my gosh. You guys need to stop doing that. Stop telling me it's going to be sad. Because now I'm like on edge all the time, and my anxiety is over the
All of
moon.
them take part in the creator combat training at
Now,
Tusk
has it been
every
sweet?
day,
Yes,
and
which
we
I have
share
heard
our
as
combat
well.
experience with each other.
But I'm like, nothing has been too bad yet.
And everyone
And
is
they're about to
working
head
hard
into
to
those
explore the
mines,
mine.
so. The children burst into questions, seeking the current whereabouts and activities of every single adult they can think of. That sounds about right. Kids, they ask hecka questions.
We will be able to live on our own without Zeno.
That's what we want. And that's definitely, in my opinion, that's worth going into the mines. That is so worth going into the mines, because Zeno does not have y'all's best interest at mind.
Miss Vila, I want the town to be proud of me too.
Okay, well, what I would give them to do is they can help celebrate after. Y'all can set the place up.
Is there anything that we can do?
Y'all need to think of ideas on how we're gonna celebrate. Like, I'm kidding.
I have lots of metal toy trains. Can we make components out of them? They can spin and whistle like a minecart.
They are like 6. I keep forgetting. I think they're like 10 or 12. No, these are like 6-year-old kids.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it will inspire everyone.
Oh my gosh, Vila, you're such a good teacher. I wish Vila was my teacher.
No, let them use mine first.
They're like, no, use the kids want to help too, which is like crazy. I feel like you don't find that nowadays. People that actually want to help. Yeah, the kids would be like, can I charge my iPad? Hands shoot up among the children. Each ready volunteer.
Calm down, children. I know
Like,
you want to do your bit.
my iPad, please pass the charger. This is one video, and this girl, she's doing something, and the kid throws the iPad at her, and it's like, help me! And then they fucking it. I might insert it if I remember.
Our future needs you. Now your job is to study hard, so Rayashki can rely on you in the future.
Also, let this be an example to you kids. Don't let nothing, like, deter y'all, you know?
Understand?
Like, all the books we're reading, y'all gonna be reading them.
Oh, what about August? We can't find him.
See, this is in the case, like, some of these kids need, one kid in particular needs to be leashed. People think, like, leashing kids is, like, a bad thing. I'm like, Avgus is one of those kids that needs to be on a leash. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it shouldn't always be, where's Avgus? We can't find him. Like, that shouldn't be the case. Where are his parents is another thing. Like, they need to purchase a leash from Amazon and put him on it. Because he just be going places. Because he's so curious.
He'll be so sad if he doesn't get to have a job too.
I'd have been like, wait, Nina, where is Avgus?
Don't worry, Nina. He is helping the town in his own way.
Okay, because the last time Avgus ran off and found Windsong, I don't want him going off to places. Okay, so they know where he is, because Nina don't know where he is, and that kind of worries me, but I guess everyone knows where he is. So, abandoned mine.
Ears.
This is what I mean. A gunshot sounds and a Kikatu swiftly scurries away. I mean, like, this guy, he's so adorable.
Whiskers?
What's happening? The boy is a conductor of a symphony of alarms. Gunfire and the noise of battle flow in the wake of the little sunflower's hand.
It's only been a few months. Can't believe the monsters have already occupied the whole place.
Oh.
Well, not a problem as long as we got our mischievous little comrade. He always knows exactly where they will come out.
Wait, is that what Avgus is doing? Ears. Whiskers?
Things wouldn't have gone nearly as smoothly without him.
Wait, he's actually...
I would never.
Okay, so people know where he is, okay? I thought he disappeared again. And they had to go find... they had to go find him. And then he was into some trouble.
Never underestimate any of our comrades, big or small. Do I need to repeat that again?
How does he even know where they're coming from? Of course, Avgus is securely guarded despite his dangerous mission. Bro, is he on a hip? Please tell me he's on a hip.
Well done, August. You protected everyone.
Protected?
Like, he needs to be on someone's hip right now. He is so small.
But I was just teaching our monster friends how to dance right. They are slow learners.
Oh, so he's naming spots where they're not dancing. He's like, ears, whiskers. That's what they're shooting them.
Yes, that's what we want you to do.
I love Smiling Windsong. She struggles to match her words to her little friend's own imaginative interpretations.
A performance with the Kikituks. Your job is to tell which critter, which friend is dancing wrong.
Oh, it's so cute.
That's your talent, isn't it? Just like you showed us before?
He barely gets to even grow any sunflowers, which I think is kind of funny. He only grew it in the beginning. Arcadist child doesn't get to use his Arcadist skill?
Oh.
Maybe. I need to see what he does in battle.
But what if they dance right? Then they deserve some Alenka chocolate, don't they?
What if they got the moves? Indeed, for all those scattered, many more come slinking in behind them. Did I say that right? They shadow every move, intent on repelling their intruders.
Comrade Sergei, our new friend is right beside your boots. I think he is hoping to kiss them. Will you dance with him?
You know what I'm confused about? Where is that big creature that was in the beginning? Those are scary. I would not want to mess with them. I don't know where they went, but those were way scarier than Hutuk and Kikatuks that are literally this big. Like,
what?
Watch out!
That's what he was saying. I feel like for once I'm actually prepared for a boss fight, low key. I have some pretty strong characters right now.
Back off!
Evgeny surges forward. White light piercing the Kikatu's nostrils. Evgeny pushes the carcass aside, allowing blood to drip onto the snow. He fixes intently on Windsong.
There are many more critters than we can deal with here. Many of us are injured. We must retreat.
Paint moans aside, rise from a stretcher. Bandages and bloodstains accumulating in the small mound on the snow.
We made the decision to come here together, Comrade Evgeny.
He didn't.
We are
I really
so close
hope
to the depths. We must not give up now.
I really hope Evgeny, of all people, has the most character development at the end. Oh my gosh, I want to hear him say, I'm never going to give up after 2 seconds. And I know, but like, it's really like the difference of how no one else is giving up and like everyone else is so determined and he's willing to give up is like, it's like Windsong, but like, it's not that she didn't, like, Windsong never gave up, that's the thing. Like, like, everyone else is so willing to keep going, but he's just like, no. And I know he's, like, the leader and whatnot. But that's when you gotta step up and be like, okay, we need to change plans a little bit, but we're almost there.
I know everyone's wounded. But look how far we've gone.
I wish they changed the background.
Don't you think?
Because I can't tell if they're in the mines or not.
This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
No, we haven't even gotten to the depths yet. Like, we knew, I feel like everyone knew it was going to be dangerous, right? And we haven't even made it to the depths yet. Like, I feel like you should apologize if we don't find anything, but like...
Don't be, Comrade Windsong. You've given us a workable plan and helped us recognize our little comrade's potential. No?
I mean, can't we let this be, like, bring us closer? He ruffles Avgus's head.
is only a child.
You know, I would think that Vila would be here, kind of. Like, she seems to be pretty strong, and she can sense critters. Like, that would actually be really useful.
He's one of us, Comrade Yevgeny. I will keep him safe. We aren't just digging a mine now. If we manage to find this resource, no one will have to leave. And we can continue to live together, right?
Exactly, like... Oh my gosh. Scared applause bursts up like firecrackers until it becomes a thundering display. Rifles, refurbished and polished, rise in harmony with pickaxes and tools.
These wounds are nothing compared to the glory of our future.
Can we switch? Can Canoe become the leader? I'm like a little, like, oh my gosh. He has like leader qualities. He's like determined. He's got it. He's got the it factor.
Again,
I don't know.
I think this is a foolish idea.
Well, when we find the resource, I can't wait to see you still go to Zeno. Because, oh my gosh, like, you're honestly kind of getting on my nerves right now. Like, I need him to have, like, a coming to reality, like, coming to Earth, down to Earth moment. And, like, it's making me wonder, does he really want to stay in Rayashki? Like, it's giving he doesn't really want to stay here. Because everyone wants to stay here, enough to where they're really willing to risk their lives. But I feel like he just wants to convince them to turn back. And it's like... I don't understand. Winsong, don't listen to him. He's the only one. He's the only one with that pessimistic mindset. Okay, we might actually just be fighting a big, Hoitup. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the TikTok, which is kind of popping lately. Not gonna lie, I've been consistent, guys. I know. The Twitter. Check out the Discord down below, and check out my sister's YouTube channel as well. I'll feature one of her videos at the end so that you can have quick access to it and go watch it because I think it's really good, and I think you'll also think it's really good. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Let me know how you guys feel about the things I've said throughout the story. Let me know if you guys can relate or see what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Reverse 1999. Cheko out.